just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Woo! Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Wow. And just how today felt is how the day is going, you know? Um, we're in the second week of 2025, and before I start anything, I gotta mention to you guys Christopher Lawrence's event that is happening on January 15th, this Wednesday. Be there, be square. Same place as last time. It is in the show notes, so please join me. The promo code is either this or network 2025. 50% off. Come true, come true. But because life is so hectic and I was fortunate enough to have someone that wanted to join me to make my life easier, Minnie and Cam, welcome! Woo!
See,
Thank
every
you.
time you press your button, you're
Mhm.
screaming, so I don't hear the button.
You don't. Oh, okay. Let me do it again without screaming.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's not. Maybe the button needs a microphone. Maybe
You know
that's
what?
probably what it is.
I'm gonna find a way to have a soundboard just now for 2025 and things, right? But for the folks that don't know you, tell them who you are, and I'm gonna put you solo, solo dolo.
Okay, I'm gonna read the description of my YouTube channel because it's easier. So I'm a 40-year-old Black Canadian woman living with a disability, multiple sclerosis, and mental health challenges, and addiction recovery. As a single entrepreneur, I'm on a mission to break free from the limitations of Canadian legislative poverty and build a life of financial freedom.
Hold on, hold on. I have to come back. Now I want you to give it to me like you're a regular human being talking just to a regular friend. What was that?
It's just easy. So, because I'm on a mission to be financially independent and free from the government assistance programs.
You don't say. Keep
Yeah.
going. You see how easy that was?
Okay, fine. That's the conversation one. Okay, fine. And I've been making money online since 2003, and we're now in 2025. So
Mm, bum.
bring on another year of American money, staying home and never leaving my house.
Hey, you want? I'm glad you just mentioned that because I was going to mention it before. I what's happening in the states right now is wild. The California fires. I have a friend that lost their family home, and it broke my heart. Like I seen a photo, and I don't know. Maybe it's just like me being a caregiver and stuff. Like the way I'm so emotional these days, I be watching podcasts where I'm breaking down almost in tears. I'm like, what is happening? So my heart
Yeah,
goes
my
out to
my
these folks.
my little sister's out there. So
Shucks.
she sent me some pictures, and I was like,
Hmm.
why does it look like a weird, end of the movie scene? Because right, Heroes. Look at scene in Heroes. We're like,
Or
it just looked
Terminator.
very, yeah, it just looked very like, what? This is now? This is outside your window? Yeah, and the conspiracies are coming out of it with my mom talking about it, how they think somebody caused it with a blowtorch and all these. It's a lot. It's a lot because
Listen,
It's still a fire
2025
that just
just started.
once the fire starts, we don't know where it's going next. That is just the thing about stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's just a lot. And then they have to clean up and start over.
Yeah, like there is a GoFundMe. I'll put the GoFundMe, and I don't usually do GoFundMes, right? But the way it was making me feel, I was like, "No, this is wild. Like I have to show up for my friends." So I'm definitely gonna put it in the chat. Um, so if anyone's able to, reach out with that GoFundMe, please do, because it's whoo, child, child. And what else is going? How's 2025 going for you
It's
so
going all
far?
right. It's going all right. I accomplished my budget. I made a podcast outline for my
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
possible
whoop, whoop. You know I was about to say.
podcasts. Like I'm sticking to the mission,
Yeah.
and I really need to get a handle on my credit cards. So it's
Okay.
just
Hey, hey. Dumb credit cards. Dumb credit cards. Th- I mean, what with the inflation going down and the interest rate going down, do you find that there's a difference with that with credit
credit
cards?
cards
Do you
don't.
feel like it's
So I
the
learned with
same?
credit cards, especially like Capital One, they don't really like lowering their interest rates. And also, the card I have in the
Hmm.
exact same name is on their website without an annual fee. If I wanted that card without the annual fee, I have to reapply to that card like a brand new customer and then close the card I already have.
Ain't that something?
It's not like,
That
oh, they'll transfer me to that card because I've been with them for 3 years now.
actually that pisses me off. I think that was happening with me too. I'm like, why does this not make sense? Can we just what? And you know what? It's the next person, next company too, which I have to deal with after because I don't not getting any emails. GoDaddy, they offer things to their new clients. I'm like, what about returning
Especially if you connect your
customers?
GoDaddy to your Rakuten.
Go suck.
Yeah.
Oop.
I used to always try to connect the Rakuten to the GoDaddy to try get the cash back on it,
Yeah, how's
but
that?
they mostly only offer to new people. So then I switched GoDaddy. Most of my GoDaddies got switched over to Namecheap. So with
Mm,
Namecheap, what I like about them, you could top up your account. So I
yes.
could top up my account for like $1,000 or something, and
Hmm.
it pulls from the top up. It pulls from the account, the credit of the account. So I don't have to always use my credit card to renew my domain name.
Good.
That is nicer. Then the whole, if I want points, it's the PC financial card to get points.
Mm,
But the points also happens when I go into my Namecheap, top up my account. So if I top up for $100, it comes off PC financial, but I get points for that purchase.
okay,
So
that's
I'm
not bad.
finding systems that work with the 4 credit cards I have. And now I'm learning
Shit.
Canadian Tire, you're not really
Yeah,
offering me anything. You need to go.
fire, fire, fire. Unless you're like a random, no, not random, like a ongoing client for or consumer for Canadian Tire, like my dad used to be. Fine, sure, go ahead, but no, Bunfire and Canadian Tire, like I think
Even
it's
when
just as bad as Walmart.
I went to go buy my winter boots, I forgot I had $9 in Canadian Tire money,
Yeah.
and the card, the points card was in the Apple Wallet. I forgot to
Mm.
tap the card. I was so worried about trying to make sure the purchase went through. I'm not like, oh yeah, use my Canadian Tire money. Like, it's not like I can go back and get a credit and then use my Canadian Tire money
Yeah.
for the difference. So
Mm, no, I don't think you can. Jeez.
no, but the 149 that was cash-ish because the prepaid money card, that was a PC money card. So I got points on that for the purchase.
So
Because I have the PC
you,
money card, that's cash. Then I have the credit card. Then I'm trying to use their savings account over there. And then I learned when I pay my credit card, the PC card, it's
yeah.
transferred instantly. So paying down that credit card is faster instead of waiting 3 to 5 business days for it to post.
You know, it's very interesting. You're okay with these. The only card type thing that you do not like are gift cards. And you sent me something earlier last year or later last year or last week, whatever, 2 weeks ago. Why do you hate gift cards so much, ma'am?
Be-
Please tell us.
so
Dislike,
if
dislike.
I
I'll
go
say
into a
dislike.
store and I think
Mm,
I'm using the gift card to buy my groceries and the gift
yeah.
card doesn't work, I don't get my groceries. And
Mm,
especially like being where I am on being on disability, and typically my income is very low
mhm,
and I'm feast or famine, and someone give me a gift card and I don't necessarily have money come in yet for commission, for my commissions didn't clear,
yeah.
and I'm trying to use the gift card to bridge the gap until I have enough money come in to pay. There was times I couldn't get groceries. I had to walk away from the store because somebody gave me a gift card and they're really certain this would help me. It didn't
Yeah.
help me. I got
Yikes.
lucky that day. The man behind me bought my groceries.
Hey, big up that man.
Exactly.
Big
Exactly.
up
Like
that man. Cause
the lady ran
golly.
she ran the gift card. It didn't work. We tried it again.
Mm.
And then she's like, "Do you have any cash?" I started to bawl. Um,
People, if you're gonna give a gift card, make sure it works. Or see, this is what happens.
they can't actually make sure it works after they purchase
How?
it because then they're using it to make
How?
sure it works.
But and the reason why I'm saying how is because there are certain gift cards where yes, you have to go based on like them activating it, or even if it's one where the person kind of I have never done this because if I haven't used a gift card and I'm gonna re-gift it, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I'm not gonna have used it, right? So check that person that gave you that card.
And
Golly.
it's not even people, it's organizations that give the gift cards. It's charities that give the gift cards.
Oh, and it's probably
Like,
outdated.
it's not even that. The charity literally made the deal with their accounting department to buy a bulk of gift cards to give people that are helping in their vulnerable population. And then
Hmm.
sometimes the gift card don't work. Like the Walmart gift card. You know how many things you need from Walmart from like when you're buying from Walmart? And it didn't work. They gave me a $200 Walmart gift card. It didn't work. They
Alive.
put me in difficult situations, embarrassing situations. So no, I don't like gift cards. You
Fair
can give
enough.
me cash. I can pay my credit card. I'll collect my PC Optimum points. And even PC Optimum points, I'm not comfortable with them. The
Actually,
same way I'm
this is
not comfortable with my Canadian Tire points. I know if I don't like that company, pay off my card, close all my accounts, and walk away and pay with cash.
so I'm gonna ask in the chat. There's a poll. Are you team cash or gift card?
I like
I'm
how
gonna
my
put it in the
rants on my
chat.
channel very first thing.
Huh? Well, you know why. I'm still trying and I'm still struggling. So there's a poll in the chat, y'all. Are you team cash or team gift card? I'll keep going until however long. Ooh, I don't know if someone. Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's working or if it's not. Okay, um, so that's how your 20. Well, that was a rant, but 2025 overall is a okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I literally cannot complain. I got all
Are
my
you
money
sure,
in. No, I
ma'am?
mean, I could, yes, I could complain, but I'm gonna reduce my complaining to a minimum as much as I can.
Because I wasn't sure. I was like, "Ooh, should we talk about it, or do you want to talk it with Dr. Vibe and stuff?" Because that even that scenario is really problematic when it comes to folks that are dealing with getting their mail. Sadly, I wish I didn't have to get the mail because every mail that I have
Oh,
gotten
yeah.
recently is
So
annoying.
where's my letter? How's my issue solved itself?
Let's see. Let's see.
Because right. I mean, I sent you voice messages of the step by step what was going on in my drama.
I was like,
But it
"Ooh, get the popcorn."
but the way it ended, I have nothing to worry. It
Okay, that's
tomorrow will
great.
worry, but because let me read my letter again. It says on Tuesday, January 8th, you were issued with a form N4 non-payment of rent due to an error in accounting. Your rent has been paid. This form should not have been issued to you. At this time, we would like to apologize for any embarrassment or stress this may have caused you. This form has been removed from your file. This is from my landlord.
Good.
Now, since 2011, my rent has been paid from Ontario Disability Support Program directly to my landlord's head office. Then someone in head office accounting department credits my unit for my payment amount for my rent. Because the way ODSP does it, they send the building's corporation name a giant lump sum of rent for everybody in the building who's on ODSP in the Pay Direct program. During the Catapult strike, it was a lot of confusion of when my payment for rent would go on. And this is second Canada Post strike. The first Canada Post strike, my caseworker at that time, she solved it really early before, like, and the timing of that Canada Post strike wasn't the same. It was just, it's like they didn't finish negotiating the first strike. So they dragged out negotiating on this strike, and doing it in November and December for someone on ODSP is the worst time. So November 30th, ODSP gets paid. Then December 20th, you get paid again for January. So what's paid in December, the 20th, is for the last you to the whole month, the rest of the month of December and the whole month of January till January 31st. So November payment, November 30th lasts for all of December. Then December 20th is January. December 20th is not December. But because people on ODSP and probably Ontario Works are literally living on the $1,368 a month, they're going to use December in December and freak out in January. Or January, they're getting the GST credit, the carbon tax credit, or the Trillium credit. And then they run their GoFundMe's and PayPal me stuff on social media.
How do you feel about that aspect?
A rant is coming.
Keep going, keep going.
The amount of work it takes to promote your GoFundMe and PayPal, you can run a YouTube channel, an online course, affiliate marketing, coaching in a skill you already have, and make money.
Yeah. Interesting. Is that so?
My wonderful new mentor I've been binge watching since the new year, Myron Golden. He has a lot of videos how you can do it for free. So there is no, and so? He said whatever's hard to do is also easy to do.
Ain't that the truth?
I could go on I totally get certain disabilities. People are not mentally or physically capable of functioning like everybody else in society. I understand that.
Understood. But very understandable.
Depending on how well you communicate, you can work with a business partner. You can work with like an organization that helps you launch your business. There's a few of them. There's Rise Helps. There's Toronto Business Development Center. Pretty much every employment support program in ODSP, if you're having challenges with employment of being hired as an employee, you can launch a business. And no, you don't have to do Uber. No, you don't have to do like the way people think, well, let me jump on an app and see if it makes me money. You know how hard you have to work to make sure that app makes you money?
Listen, I used to do Uber. Don't get me wrong. Uber, the one reason I loved Uber was I was able to find gems. Uber Eats, sorry. Uber Eats was I was able to find
whichever
gems.
the apps, whichever the gig economy apps, to me, they're all the same. Whether it's the Rover, the dog sitting, the tutoring, the whatever the app is, whatever the hire a contractor app is, even TaskRabbit. I'm looking at TaskRabbit to have someone paint my apartment. And then I'm actually looking at TaskRabbit so to have someone deep clean my oven because I don't want to break my neck trying to do my oven. Like there's purposes for the app. I'm happily willing to pay someone who made a business as a cleaning business to deep clean my oven. They can like how the TikTok video I was there watching, and she used the steamer.
Yes.
To do all the heavy lifting, and then the way she used the Vim and all the other stuff. Yeah, man, I'll pay someone to do that. I'm not. I'll buy all the
Let me
products.
know. Let
I'll
me
get all
know.
the
I do have
newspapers and the
someone.
towel.
Let me know.
Uh,
I do know
oh,
people that do that.
you know people?
Right? Yeah. I have a friend that does cleaning, has a cleaning service, and I always recommend them. But I know there's other folks too, and it this is actually what I want to do mostly for 2025 and so on and so forth. I want to have like a guide, and I'm gonna create it. A guide of like resources of things like people I know that does things. Like I know someone that does mortgages or real estate. I know someone that does like catering and cooking and stuff. I know someone that cleans. I know electrician, appliance repairs, all that. I want to create like a guide so everyone is able
Like the
to.
Black Business Directory, the little black book my dad
Yeah,
used to have.
see, but I don't want to. And I feel like there's others that have done that because I've been found based on like a business directory. And I was like, how'd you find me? Like, oh yeah, I went on so and so's. And I was like, and I can't say them because, the only reason why I'm not saying them is because I know too many people and there's clashes. But I'm able to know that that's how people find me. I'm like, oh, that's
And
pretty sick.
was it Share Magazine? Which black newspaper? Yeah.
Yes. So, I want to have those I and this is the reason for the podcast too. So you're able to find out the resources like they could come to you if it's about disability. They can go to someone else or Dr. Vibe if they want to get like sit down and like have their goals set and things, right? There's so many people that I've had on that you have that opportunity to reach out to them. We have 208 episodes.
Oh, press the button.
Where you can go back and see like, oh, okay, this is the topic that I wanna reach out to. The only one I haven't gotten is lawyers about estate planning and stuff, or trust funds. That is, so if there's someone that knows anyone that does trust funds, please let me know. Ideally
The
want
same
them
way
on.
I need a disability lawyer to break down private insurance, long-term disability, short-term disability. Like I've been
Mm,
reading some lawyers' blogs that were posted on,
yeah.
but
And
I got
how do you find
questions.
it?
I mean,
Uh-oh, why?
no, questions in like I need confirmation I'm not missing anything because I'm on government assistance.
The sad part is if it's a lawyer that you want those questions or those answers, you're
I know, I'm
probably
a
going
lawyer.
to have to.
It'll be part of the professional fees in my business budget. Yes, that.
Exactly. So we have to be mindful about that. And that's another thing that I want to. I'm going to have my rent now. YouTube, University of YouTube is free, right? But that's when you want general questions answered. If there's something strictly for you, yes, I'm talking to you, that needs something done, you're going to have to pay for it. Don't swindle me into getting free information when I have YouTube and I give you the free information. I'm not a
Again,
jamhead.
that is a rant in Myron Golden's video. I wait. Was it the last one I watched? It might
I
be.
did.
It might be the last one I watched. Something about being a hardaholic of making things difficult and then not charging the price of what your knowledge is worth.
Mhm.
Because
That's that.
it's a whole thing. Like,
Listen,
and then to have people buy from you, you have to be a buyer type of like just that. And then, oh
true.
yeah, making a profit from helping people is biblical. So like I'm not
You know, oh,
like no, if I end up making a couple $1,000,000 and I'm helping the disability community and I donate to the charities that claim to help the disability community and they leave you exactly where you are and you're
right?
complaining, you're saying exactly where you are, that is your problem. No, I really
Fair,
do. Like you've
fair.
known me now almost a whole year now.
Yes,
And
it's
yet
almost been a year.
exactly.
Whoa, big up Nikki. Whoa, I saw her last month too. She was at the networking.
I was in
So
her
you
workshop
should.
this morning for something for personal finance and things.
Oh, she had a
And
workshop. Aw.
Hmm.
Sorry. Continue.
Did I distract you? What the hell?
Continue. Continue. You
But
already know
the
how.
way that, like, we all have gifts. They're given
Yes,
to us, but they're given to us to actually be fruitful with them, not just keep them and hoard them and complain.
I
Like
agree.
they're given to us to actually create on the planet. Remember, like he made Earth, then he made us, and then why is my phone ringing? Hold on.
It's all good.
He made us, and then after he made us, he
Mhm.
said we are supposed to use Earth to create on Earth. And then
I
he
agree.
left money on Earth. He left gold. We had gold to start with.
Mhm.
Then from gold we made dollar, fiat, crypto, all the other stuff. There's actually nothing really wrong with what we're doing if we're making profits and helping people. And then
True.
like with governments though, we need to call out governments when they're not helping us. But the companies, we're doing
Listen.
exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Like government's supposed to serve and protect in the glory of the Holy Spirit. And then businesses are supposed to bring people together with
Business.
skills and knowledge
Mm.
and all like, and yeah, if we go back and read King Solomon and we go back and read Abraham, yeah,
Dang,
they
the
do
minute
exactly.
my friend listens to this podcast and he realized that I haven't gotten back to him about reading what I was supposed to read last week, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Oh, that is
You're
my own
going to get
personal
me.
journey I'm describing right now. I know I don't have all the words for it, but I definitely know if I'm going to achieve financial independence, living with a disability, and I want to be a millionaire, I cannot surround myself with people stuck in a victim scarcity mindset. You will
Mm.
bring me down and I will hate them for it. And then me hating them for it
Hold
when I
on,
should
hold
have,
on, rewind,
I'm
rewind,
not.
rewind. But you gotta say it because I have to put it in the banner. Come on,
But
say
no,
it
like
again.
if I stay there, it's my fault when I know I can leave. Like I literally had
Uh,
to not be in a podcast that I used to be on in 2024 because they're not serving the greater good. They're literally stuck in their situation and they're bringing other people stuck in their situation. And then when I go on and I tell them the policy is accessible, every policy for disability across the country and the
mhm.
United States and the UK and Australia and New Zealand is accessible online. The same online that they went to go make their GoFundMe, they can take the time to go read the policy directive.
Golly,
So like
golly.
I
Sheesh.
literally I have to surround myself like I have to spend money and
Hmm.
go to Myron Golden's event.
When is that event? Because okay, so I've seen him before. I have watched some of his shows.
I know
His
him
yeah
through
show.
Quick Funnels and Russell Brunson and One Funnel Challenge Away and the Trilogy and Expert Secrets and .com Secrets and Traffic Secrets and Copyright Secrets. It's just the way that
Golly.
Russell Brunson markets the breakdown of the sales funnel or the book offer funnel. Like that's how online business works. You have an offer, you
That's
get leads to the offer, then the offer follow ups with the leads with the offer, and then they buy the offer. Rinse and repeat.
I have to do that concept, and I haven't learned that concept yet. That's something I've been trying to do. Oh my gosh. You know what? I've been trying to post the thing for the longest time. That's why I'm
Wait,
prolonging.
you're gonna have to get the Trilogy Secrets book. I will run go get it. You talk to the audience. I'll get the book so people know what I'm talking about.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me boom. All right, folks. I am finally here. But so the main thing about this is for us. So if you guys remember, I'm gonna share with you guys that challenge that Mignon Cam and I did, where I was doing the 90. It was supposed to be 30 days. If everyone remembers, put it in the chat if you remember. It was only supposed to be 30 days that I was doing this content creation, right? Do it for 30 days, do it for the month of September, and it would have been amazing, right? So month of September, I was able to get 10,000 views, right? And I was like, whoa, look upon me, why? I really felt big because I wasn't really consistent when it came to um, doing content creation. I was always like blase, blase, blase. But then she pushed me, her and others pushed me to actually do it for 90 days. I started having fun with it. Actually, I think I even did it more than 90 days. But it was strictly 90 days that I did it. And I'll tell you this, from September to September till November, I had like 10,000, 16,000 along that side. And I was like, okay, I really love this. So like the main goal right now this year is to what is going on, man? Hold on. I just mute her mic. The main focus is having the accountability for someone to like be there around me. Oh, that's your phone. And I'm very fortunate for having folks that will keep me accountable. Big up Shayna, big up who else? Shayna's the biggest one. So I'm gonna big up her because she's always pushing me to do some stuff. But are you back? Okay, you
Yeah,
got it. Yeah. So
because I was looking. Because there's also a
oh,
book from Chris Ducker.
mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Yes.
So Chris Ducker has a book called Youpreneur.
Okay,
It's the
do
same.
Johnson's cash. Sorry. And I have consistency is key, and it took work for me to get to
But
250.
this is Russell Brunson. So
You're
it's
gonna read all those?
you kind of have to, yes. And then you have to get copyright. Copyright Secrets is a purple one.
Mm-hmm.
So .com, I used to have them as soft copy.
Yeah.
The .com Secrets, Expert Secrets. Then he launched a trilogy with a workbook.
Yeah.
So the big one here is the workbook.
Mm.
It's basically your whole coaching package for your business right here.
And how long are you supposed to commit to this to
I've
to
had
make it?
I've had
Oh!
this thing in the apartment for a while.
When we say a while, how long? We listen, we don't judge, but we're being accountable this year. You
I'm gonna
feel me?
say, well, I've known of I'm gonna go within the decade. Because like when I want to expand my online business, it was
Yeah.
2011. And then I stopped.
Exactly.
And then I went back at it 2013. Then I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Then I stopped
Mm.
again. Then I met an unhealthy relationship that lasted a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Then I didn't have the energy to build the business in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gone. So yeah, all my time can go into my business.
Basically.
I mean, like,
That's amazing.
I'll date, but like, I'm not trying to commit to anything. So
Hey yo. Hey yo.
it's only because with what I know with online and what I made some money in affiliate marketing in information spaces.
Yeah.
I could make more. And some of the stuff in there, the commissions are $1,000. Once someone buys the product, they go through the funnel, and it's targeting the right customers
Mm-hmm.
for that product. It's not people on government assistance with that product who want that thing. They could, but they have to be willing to do the work. And if they're not, I'm not going to hold their hand. And I'm not going to always, validate their trauma circumstances. They have to find a way to get over it. Because if they keep reliving it over and over again, they'll never move past it. And then with me meeting online Serona V, he has cerebral palsy. He's a Power Ranger doing the sales video for his coaching. His biggest coaching package is $4,500 US.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't talk. He can't talk because of cerebral palsy. He can't write because of the cerebral palsy because the way the motor functions.
Mm-hmm.
But he's figured out how to sell a coaching package for $4,500. This is how I know it's them. It's not me. It's them.
Damn.
Like I met one lady who wants to run a dog daycare and got mad that she got denied to be a foster because you don't have the money to take care of a dog. Like, But she's gonna
Actually, I heard a story.
defend. She's gonna defend all of the reasons she should be able to take care of a dog, and she's on disability, and being on disability, having a pet makes my life better. No, it doesn't. If you can't take care of it, and yeah, no.
That is true. A animal is just like a human being. You gotta
No, the
make sure.
costs involved. Like
Oh yeah.
if you're fully gonna take care of your dog or cat, like when my cat died and if I known about his kidney issues earlier,
Hmm.
and then we figured out treatments and medications and diet and more testing for him, it would have cost me a lot of money. And I had 3 cats at one time. One cat cost me almost
Golly.
$2,000 because he was always getting into trouble. At one point, my cat lost half the fur on his face, and I don't know how. My apartment is not that big, and it still cost me over $1,000 to make sure he got to the vet. They stitched him up. They tested him for other diseases because the way he scratched up his face. Then he's wearing a cone on his face. I had to bring him home with the cone on, and then he's upset. He has the cone on for 2 weeks. Then 2 weeks later, the cone came. Like the whole
That
no,
code actually upsets their soul. I know that
it
because when
does.
my
They're
dog has
sad. They're
it,
sad for like a week and a half. Then when they figure out, well,
Maxwell
this
is
is my
just
life
like,
now.
why? Why are you doing this to me? And he's facey too, eh? He will, he is face, he's one facey dog, but I love him. Um,
And this
Golly.
Rebel book, I bought this book 2024. I read how far I'm in the book. Oh,
So is
okay.
this
I'm
part
at
of your
page.
accountability? Because remember, this the point of this conversation
No,
is
like
we
okay.
are being
So
accountable.
what I did in my calendar, I set up blocks of time to do personal development.
Okay.
So I have Growth Day by Brandon Bouchard. He has challenges every day in that thing.
Mm.
And a full annual membership of Brandon Bouchard is about $500. And then there's an affiliate program in that. So with that, I join Brandon Bouchard's affiliate program. I go through the growth stage. I only promote things that I go through myself.
True.
Like I
That
have
makes sense.
a good experience with myself. And Brandon Bouchard's coaching team, they call me for a consultation to do their coaching packages. It's over $5,000 for coaching packages. If I want to do higher level coaching packages, same thing with Tony Robbins. I met Tony Robbins last year in his Time to Rise event. His team
Mm,
brought me on stage in front of millions of people.
I remember you posting that. That was wild. That was
Yeah,
wild.
it was because I didn't think little old me, invisible me, would be recognized by Tony Robbins, and I had to change my mindset about that
I'm glad you
because
said it.
he saw something in me that's there that I just need to nurture and ignore every other thing that causes it. And then now the level of confidence I get going to a disability office to ask for what I need,
Hmm.
me to solve my rent problem in the accounting error, I got information that I was not qualified to get.
Damn.
When I brought it to my landlord, they were upset that head office broke protocol. But they know for sure I'm right, they're wrong, apologizing for embarrassment and stress.
Right?
That's what they
Gee.
wrote in their letter. We apologize for the stress and embarrassment that they should have offered a free month of rent.
Technically speaking, yeah, for reals. For reals. Like honestly. Yes, I agree. Tony is amazing. I think I've watched, you know what? So like I'm glad we're talking about the
And
accountability
part of the
because this.
accountability is also changing the language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if okay, like budgeting is one thing, but budgeting with, oh, I don't have enough money, blah, 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 it doesn't solve anything. It comes to a point you have to make more money.
Or
Like I
spend
already
less.
know that. I made my budget specifically for just disability benefits. The money runs out. There's literally a red line in my budget when the money runs out. Then I know after the red line, I have to make that money.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I got a
And
question in the chat. Hold on.
in your chat or my chat?
In my chat.
Okay.
Greetings! Christopher Lawrence, frequency event promotions. Make sure you tell the people where to be Wednesday because I already told them. Oh, and what do you mean cash or gift card for what? What do you mean? Just in general, cash or gift card? Are you team cash? Are you team gift card? Boom, bam, bam. There, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. So far, I'm seeing gift card 100%. That's
Because people haven't experienced the hardship of a gift card. That's why.
fair,
Like if
fair.
they actually go through my experience of the gift card,
Mm-hmm.
they're not liking the gift card.
You see
Because
what
the
he
news
said?
article, the lady bought a whole bunch of gift cards for people, and the people already use the code on the gift card. They
Dan, you
scratched
gotta
off
put
the.
it in the poll. Or are you? Oh, he's probably on yours. They? Sorry, I'll
Mm,
say they.
wait, really? I see frequency. Dan, I don't know. Dan, which channel did you click on? Hers or mine? Because I don't know.
Boy. He said hi, Minnie on cam. Sorry, hold on. Back to our accountability time. And you know what? It's so I had a discussion about this last week because I did a
I got a
webinar
lot of
about
books
book
around me right now. I need a bookcase
the
really badly.
one. Okay, so that book you have showing up, that is one of
Mm.
the what is that? That's one of the books that I'm gonna be listening to and
Okay,
actually writing it down.
Dan is
Like I
Team
have a
Minnie, and then frequency is Team Camille. That works. Okay.
okay. You're so okay. Um, Mini on cam, your
I
mic is
figured out
sounding
his
really
microphone position correctly now. It
yeah,
took a
but
while.
maybe.
Like,
Oh, you know what? Christopher is very particular on sound. Me, as long as I can hear you, I'm a okay. I'm
I
a
mean,
okay.
remember when I had my headset? It took a while to realize it's okay, but not great. And then
Hmm.
I went with the next affordable option of this microphone.
Which is what?
They're not sponsoring us, but I'll say their name anyway. Samsung Q2U. Yeah, because it does both. It's USB, and then it's
Hmm.
the studio XLR connection. I have to buy 100. I have literally for me to connect it to the next thing over here.
Yeah.
I need to buy my PC desktop computer with the
Mm.
more USB ports because if I put it in this laptop, it'll kill the laptop. This
Yeah, we don't
laptop
do that
can't
to
handle that
laptops.
connection.
That's why we use computers now going forward.
Yeah,
We
I
know
need to
that
get
too.
myself a full-on gaming computer, minimum AMD 7 or iCore 7. I
Yes,
could swing the
AMD
iCore
only.
I
AMD
could
only.
I could swing the iCore 9, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
So I go with the 7s. 5s don't for my work requirement, I need something above a 5 because 5s don't work. But yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, the accountability thing is a combination. Like you need an accountability running partner. Like I could
Agree.
do my goals. Yes, I stick with them for about 60 days. Then I get a little bit bored. And then I have to go listen to inspirational videos like Myron Golden or TED Talks. Like I have to go gas myself up, motivate me to continue. And then
Hmm.
you can't tell
So it's
everybody. Some
easier
people are
to have
miserable.
someone.
Yeah, like you have to have somebody who's not going to bring out the miserable. Because that is the hardest part. If I
And
go tell my
I
other
want to hold on. I gotta defend that aspect because I'm I'm a voice of reason. I am a very person that's a voice of reason. But if I see you going down a path that is not suitable for you, like the goal that you want, I'm like,
know
are you
me
sure you
a
want to do that?
year, but you know what's suitable for me.
I'm not saying you in general. I'm just saying overall. If you just have a friend that's known you for a good long period, this happens, and their
Oh,
voice
you're
of
free.
reason, then I don't see the issue.
While
Isn't
you're arguing your point, you keep
scarcity
freezing
mindset
in slow motion.
ideally? It hmm, okay. That
Yeah,
was
you kept
interesting.
freezing.
Let
I
me
couldn't
close
hear your
this
full point. I couldn't
because
hear your full
clearly I
argument.
have. I know. Hold on. Let me close some more things because clearly something's happening. Um, there's two things that can be true at the same time. Is that one, the person remembers the old you and hasn't seen you grow into a person that you should be growing into, that is going to be successful and all that great stuff, or they're like that voice of reason where they're like, hey, until I see you come up with a good solid plan, come again, come again with what
But
you
here,
just said.
like that's where I fully disagree because of the experiences I have. So like
Mhm.
I met with my mom and my aunt yesterday because we have a family member
Ah,
who's in
older
the
generation
thing.
doesn't count.
No, but older generation who knows we have a new innovative generation right now.
Hmm.
They still believe their traditional generational beliefs where they literally talk you out of what you know how to do. That's what my
Hmm.
family does. There's
And
certain
that's
there's
when
a
I will
certain
say I
skill
disagree.
I've learned the entire time
Hmm.
growing up with these people. And
Hmm.
because I don't have a certain materialistic status, they think I'm not successful. And then they dismiss all of my challenges I've been through with, oh, you were just lazy. That's what she said to me yesterday. I was just lazy. No, I was depressed and suicidal ideation. I should have been in therapy. I should have been with a therapist. I should have had all the support systems I needed. I should have had supports around my trauma that I had to go figure out on my own when I moved out at 18 years old. And then people from high school, they're long gone with kids and they're miserable and trying to reach out. Like, so there's a whole batch of people when you're moving on your goal and you know it's yours, your
Hmm.
goal, not
But
someone else's to
that's
please
the
other
first thing I
people.
said.
And you literally
That's the
have to
first
cut off people to
step.
achieve that goal. And
Yeah.
then let these people who said, "Oh, I know you would do it," when the whole time they were rooting for you not to do it. And then you call them out on in the beginning when I
Yeah.
told you I was going to do this,
Yeah.
you told me you
No,
don't
don't do
support
it.
it. They literally forget when they said they don't support
Of
what you're
course.
doing.
That's how you have to remind them. But
Yeah.
that's
And
the same concept when I said how there's the people that remember the old you and don't see how you're growing into the person
and
that
they
you
don't
should
even
be.
check in to see how the new you is developing. So I can't like but they want to take credit. Like no, they're not going to take credit for something you weren't there for all the messy parts and all the good parts.
Tell them again, boy.
And it's still like I'm in a documentary listed on IMDb.
Hmm.
Me on it. The only black woman in that documentary talking about being a webcam
Oh,
model in the industry. You think my parents would give me credit for that? No.
no, and th- but that's the older generation, right? And there's some
And
things
it's
with the
also
older
like
generation you
my
can't.
sister. Okay, great. I have a sister. You think she cheers me on for anything I accomplish? No, because she's too worried about following the advice of old generation. That makes no sense.
Of course. So,
And
and
then
it's
and I'll figure out what it is. So there's your identity from God,
mhm,
the identity that God gave you. Then there's a
mhm,
lie identity that people gave you. If you're
mhm.
giving me the identity that you think I'm this and that because of my lifestyle choices, you don't know who the hell I am. I want to use other words for that, but I can't.
We can swear
You,
here.
you
It's
don't.
okay.
Like you fully don't.
Mm,
So and especially like crabs in the bucket. Okay, I thought going to peer support groups with disability would be helpful. Turns out they're not helpful at all. They're just miserable people that stay miserable because of their disability and they only focus on their limitations.
that's
It's a lot
unfortunate.
of people and organizations that perpetuate that narrative. Me now
Mhm,
getting a new therapist because the previous therapist quit. You know how much I have to set her up to be like, hey, you're going to be my therapist
mhm.
only if you're willing to learn about something you do not know, which is the Ontario Disability Support Program policy directives. Because when I go into therapy, it's usually government funded therapy. Then I
Yeah.
talk about disability. Then they tell me, oh, it's so hard to come off disability. I go, no, it's not. Read the goddamn policy. I like, I'm not even going to entertain difficult in the policy directive of ODSP because it's not. Like I'm not like I'm not. So either I do the journey by myself, I
Mhm,
meet new people
mhm.
from the starting point of where I am,
No, yeah.
and that's it. And I'm prepared to do it solo because it didn't start
But
with
you
these.
don't have to do it
The
solo.
journey didn't start with people. It started by myself. So I my
True,
entire
true.
career started with me and the internet. So the only ride or die people I'm really worried about is me and my fans on the internet. They've been
Mm,
there with me for since 2003.
big up your fans.
2003, supporting me, funding me, buying the affiliate links that I have,
Oh yes,
supporting
hold
the YouTube
on.
channel, buying me a coffee. That's the only people I will acknowledge who supported the journey because that's how it happened.
Hold on. You reminded me that I have to do that thingy, right? That's how you're
You
able
buy
to
me a
get.
coffee? You always
Yeah.
forget.
Because I just think people would just click on the show note
No,
links
you
and just.
remember it's like QVC. You know how many times you watch Shopping Channel and it says call in to place your order. We only have 15 left. Or call in to place your order. We only have 2 in green. Or call in to place your order. We only have 6 in orange.
Uh-oh, look who's coming. Look who's coming. Why, hello, sir.
And that's the call to action. If they're supporting you and supporting the channel, they have to buy a coffee.
Ooh, let's do it. Hold on. Let me find it, yeah? Let me find it. Because Lord have mercy. Um, is there any other accountability? Okay, so we have m- you're hoping that the accountability that you have on yourself is to your fans and somewhat to like myself, Dr. Vibe and things. Is there anyone else that you have in mind to help?
Um, right now, no. And I don't need a lot of people to be in the accountability corner. No,
Minnie
you
and
really
Cam,
don't. Like,
how dare you do this big? Oh,
but
that's on your end. Okay, that's on your
yeah,
end.
that's mine. Yeah, that's mine.
I was like, God, I'm trying to get it.
I can't put anything up on the screen. You can. I can't put my link on the screen. That's why. So yeah, with the accountability people, like I can buy an accountability partner. That's what coaching is for. I spent
Mm,
thousands of dollars on coaching where I had to show up with results and accomplish the homework. Otherwise, the whole appointment of the coaching appointment was not even
waste of
productive.
time. Mm-hmm.
So if I
Waste.
really need a push on the accountability, I will invest in coaching. I would buy the coaches that I need to like Brandon Bouchard, Tony Robbins, I would Bob Proctor. I would get their coaching packages. I would do the thing.
Mm,
Because
okay.
me waiting around for maybe I meet a new friend or maybe I have an appointment with like people I like the new people I met in
It's hard.
2024.
It's hard.
Yeah. And also like being on disability and navigating the goal that I'm navigating,
Mm-hmm.
people without a disability don't know what the hell they're talking about. Yes, I would like to use another word for that. They don't. They no, like they really don't. Like I literally have to plan all my goals with doctor's appointments, follow-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I have to stay on track with this therapist, even though I may or may not like her. And then if I really, really don't like her, I have to go to my doctor and get a referral for a new person. And if I still don't like that person, I have to pay for therapy. That
Mm-hmm.
means my goals that I want to achieve financially are slowed down because, oh, really? Wait, is
Oh,
that mine?
yeah, that's yours.
Hey,
See, great to have people.
the mini fundraiser-a-thon is full effect.
Let's see who's gonna buy me a coffee. Let's try
That
that.
is
Don't
that is
worry.
impressive. That I just talked about how to offer your buy me a coffee, treat it like a QVC special.
How does yours work on that one? But accountability. I'm trying to think about mine. So like I have.
And there's accountability apps, there's trackers, there's habit trackers. I found a life wheel one. There's a bunch of different apps. Then there's some of them that you put money in to the
Mhm.
opposite like political party you don't like. So if you don't accomplish your goal, the
Mhm.
money in the pot goes to the opposite political party.
Ah!
Yeah, like yeah, I remember
That's wild.
yeah, when I went to internet marketing event, Ace and Rich were talking about that accountability platform where you set your accountability goal, you set your deadline on when you accomplish it, then you set up the difficult reward of not accomplishing the goal. And one
Jeez.
of them was you
Imagine that.
donate money to an opposite political party if you don't accomplish the goal.
Imagine that. No, no, no.
I just
You
don't
have to
I
send
don't
me.
remember what the name of it
You
is. Like,
try to find it, cause that even gives me an idea for like other folks. Like it's even like trying to save, cause there's the susu or the partner and stuff. Like I ideally want folks to not only think of that concept, but to think of it as investing. And thank you for joining my Discord. Thank you for joining my Discord, first of all. Poop, 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 poop. And for
it's called
anyone that wants to
Stick. Is it
join,
Stick? I think it's Stick. Is it
stick.
Stick? Let
If
me make
anyone
sure it's
wants to
Stick.
join the Discord, please email me at thingsiwishiaknewaboutmoney at gmail.com.
Oh, their website
Um,
changed. Hold on, give me a minute.
oops. Because that aspect of making sure you reach your goal, especially if you hate the political other political party, that's going to be a sure way to keep at it, right? Allowed to join for what? You asked that question last week and you never joined yet. So move from me. But am I allowed to join? You know the rules. You see when people don't follow rules? Here, I'll put this rule up there for you just to see if you're able to join. So I think having that as accountability strategy is gold. So I'm gonna write that one down because that one's pretty good. Um, because you either with savings or having a great budget, you're either crushing off your debt, crushing your budget and everything. That's guaranteed. Saving strategy or even
Yeah, it's
debt
Stick.
reduction.
So I put
Stick?
it in the private chat. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Stick. It just they changed the website so that I lost found what it was. Yeah.
I wonder if I can put it here. Can I put it
And it has built-in online communities in there.
here? I don't know what he's talking about. But actually, so I would love to create something like that because I think that would be epic, right? Just to have like just for a way for people to be accountable for themselves, right? That's a great idea. So that I'm gonna check it out, see how I could have it like in a group within myself with others to see how they can be able to reach their goals, right? Yo, if
Oh,
you
they
don't
make
reach
you
your
sign a
goal,
contract. Oh, this is funny. So it says a commitment contract is binding agreement you sign with yourself to ensure that you follow through with your intentions, and it
mm,
does this by utilizing psychological power of loss aversion and accountability to drive behavior change. So
mm.
I, I have to get an account and figure out what else is in there.
Fair
But
enough, fair enough.
I do like how they explain how their platform worked for setting goals.
Mm.
And then it says by asking our users to sign a commitment contract, Stick helps users define their goal, whatever it may be, acknowledge what it will take to accomplish it, and leverage the power of putting money on the line to turn that goal into a reality. So yeah, they fully make you put money up towards getting your goal because
Nice. I like that.
it's in their how it works page
I'm gonna see
of
how. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out and make sure I see how it others can utilize it in a different way. Cause I don't want to do about politics. I'd rather do something
no, like
else.
it you choose. That was just one of the examples I still
You know what?
remember from when I found it.
Okay. So we have that. So we have our accountability. How about our budget? Did you want to review your budget? Cause I have a different budget. Um, which made me spend a lot of time today because I had to big up Oliver. A friend of mine, we always check out our different budgets. I do think I like your budget as well, but you sent it to me like the first week of the year. So I did do my budget. I had to practice what I preach. It
I'll
did
share
take a
mine.
couple hours. Okay.
Yeah.
It did take a couple hours because I had I just forgot which day was going to be the day that I actually do it, but I said, "You know what? I guess Saturdays it is." Cuz Fridays is usually a time when I want to like finish up work, and Saturdays are usually a calmer day for me. But I really
Okay.
want folks to take a look at a budget just to get an idea. And wait, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see a budget that looks very complex. This doesn't have to be your journey, right?
Oh,
I
I've been
will
working on my
suggest others.
budget since I found Susie Orman and Gail Voss Loxley in
Mm,
2004 or
okay,
something.
so yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So here it is. So okay, and
it's
wait, before you show, hold on, let me remove it. Again, we're going to show this budget, but we're going to talk about other budgets. If you're like, golly, Cam, Minnie on Cam, come on, you guys are wilding. I'm not doing this. We will give you suggestions for others. Okay, okay, okay.
okay. All right, hold on. It's still on that
Oh,
tab.
sorry.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh, are you are
Because
you
I
ready?
wanted
Go
to
ahead.
show you how I make my budget faster.
Okay, so I'm able to show it.
Let me stop and start over.
Okay, because I don't want to expose nothing.
All right, let's
Mm-mm.
see if it'll let me share both of the tabs.
Ooh, let's see. Should be. Share your window.
Oh, it shares one tab at a time? Wait, no.
Nah, change it to window. So,
Okay.
don't want to show mine.
All right. Spreadsheet first, then every dollar. Same way I do on my YouTube channel.
Okay, so ready? Three,
Hmm.
two, one, go.
Okay. Here's my budget for 2025. It is different than 2024 and 2017 or 2018.
Okay.
2018, I did not keep that copy of that budget, but you could see piece of it on my YouTube channel for those videos when I was doing my day, like getting into financial independence and with a disability following the Ramsey baby steps. So this
Continue.
came out of making, so I'm in Credit Canada's financial coaching program, and their budget sheet was a weekly tracker. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to make another weekly, like I didn't want to use their weekly tracker plus my own budget. So I ended up making my 2025 budget as a weekly tracker budget instead of just planned and then actual spent. So it would just be two columns. This one just gives me more detail of what happens in that week. So I have it started the 1st of January, and then it starts every Sunday for each week. And then my categories are housing, lifestyle, savings, investing, and debt repayment. But I added generosity in this budget this year because I would like to practice more giving in my budget. Then it breaks down in percentages. Then it tries to make sure that I'm over or under my budget when I plan my budget or my spending in my budget. And then I have it linked to different tips and suggestions from the Dave Ramsey baby plan to
Mm-hmm.
keep myself on track. And to me, it's very easy. Like my housing costs are not a lot. I don't have a lot of housing. And then my lifestyle categories are only 12 categories. 8 savings accounts, 8 investment accounts. I need to make sure I get down to 3 credit cards. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Oh,
added
and you have the debt. Oh, you know what?
so the debt snowball payoff calculator, I copied this out of Gail Vozoxy's spreadsheet. So I didn't make it. Like
Private chat. I'm gonna add that to mine.
I think it's still online. Because
Okay.
when Gail offered it on her website for $4.99, I don't know if it's still there, but I remember
Well, just say you
Hoyes
have it.
Michaels, they were doing a money challenge with Gail during the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
and then her spreadsheet popped up again. So I'll dig around for it in either my cloud
Yeah.
or hopefully it's online. Because Gail's fully retired. So you
I
kind of have to
know.
follow new people doing budgets. But this is,
She
and
has a
then
dope book though. I have her book. Hold
this
on.
pie chart is from the Oprah debt diet, the pie chart percentages and things like that. And I don't really, that's it. There's because there's no kids, there's no car, there's no husband, there's no mortgage right now. I don't have to fuss around a lot in my budget, but
Mhm.
your budget, depending on what is in your household, will change. You may have more than 13 categories for lifestyle.
Yeah.
I
And
only
that's
need 13
okay.
categories for lifestyle, and I only need 8 categories for savings on the personal. And then I have another set of savings accounts for my business. The business budget is not here. I have to
Mhm.
sit down and make a business cash flow budget for active cash flow.
Okay?
And I
Yeah.
was for that, the app I was going to use for the business would be the Good Budget app because it
Good.
works off of the envelope
Oh,
system.
okay. I seen that one. That was actually one of the ones I recommended the ladies last week. That one, and there's a new one called Power Bank or something like that. I still miss Mint. Mint, rest in peace. Rest in peace. But I like how you have. Okay, so go back up. Let me see this. So I like how you have. Actually, this is probably a little bit easier than the one I have. So the how I do it is I do it by each transaction. So I have each month.
Oh, you have a transaction sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it took longer. This probably be more beneficial for me. So I'm not like.
I mean, the way Google Sheets has templates, there is a template for a budget already in Google Sheets.
True. I did see
So,
that. That is the one I gave folks. Hold on. Let me jump on my other computer and show them.
and then remember I said that it's very easy to make money online. There's a lot of people that make their own spreadsheets and sell them on Etsy or they're Buy Me a
I
Coffee
know, and I
or any
bought it
or
before,
Gumroad.
and you know what's the thing though? I'm gonna talk about that. Hold on. Let me keep it there. With when it comes to budgeting and so this works for you, right? And you've been tweaking it and everything. However, a person like
I tweak it
myself
month
or
to
someone
month.
else,
So
month to month,
if you see me live on my channel, you'll see notes in my budget that are different than the last month.
yeah.
It's a
But
working
it's
document for me. It's all like the Every Dollar app is all it's a fixed thing. Like not a lot in the Every Dollar app is there, but when I'm on the road and I
mhm,
need to track a category in my budget because Every Dollar doesn't link to your bank account the way it does with YNAB for
yeah.
Canadians.
You
So,
need a
but
budget, but you want
yeah,
to say it like
YNAB is
that.
you need a budget, and there's a book and a podcast that goes with that community. I don't like YNAB because it's too many details for too many
Mhm.
things, and
See, a person like myself would love that, and
you have to make
that's
sure
was
it
mint.
reconciles the accounts where it's balanced all the time with the balance in your checking versus the balance in your YNAB, and then the way it does the debt repayment. There's just too many moving parts in YNAB versus Every Dollar in my spreadsheet.
So how do
Like
you how do you like mint? Did you like mint or did you
I
use
hated
mint?
it. Any of the ones that connected any of the ones that connected to my account through the Plaid system, I
Yeah.
didn't like it because like my investments, I used to use the Wealthica to track my net worth to see the performance of my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Because people in the personal finance community, they were talking about PW Capital or something. How they
PW.
like how it was tracking their investments to know when they reach their FIRE number, the financial independence retire early number, which is 25% of their expenses. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, the first goal for me is to hit $1 million net worth so I can pull out $40,000 a year in retirement. But it may change after I become a homeowner, or maybe I get married, or maybe I adopt somebody. Like there's life will happen.
Yeah.
And then when I got connected to the financial planner called Child Free Wealth, when they only work with people who are child free by choice or circumstances, it got me to
Mm-hmm.
see that I can plan my financial life differently because I'm a single person with no children. And that's just
True.
something that happens year by year as you develop your financial management skills.
And
Like,
that's actually something I want to remind people. Personal finance is a personal journey. Everyone's journey is different. That's why when you see Minnie on Cam's budget, whoops, That's what you did.
It's still my
Oh,
budget.
you,
It's every dollar.
okay, okay.
It's still there. It's every
You
dollar.
scared me. I was like, oh.
I
When you
use
see
both.
something like
Remember I
that,
said I use my every dollar on the phone of my app. So this is connected to my phone. Then everything I spent goes in the app. So when I click transactions, the app on the phone, you add the transaction. So I add a transaction, then it makes a little bubble. Then it has a warning, like a notification on my phone that I have 4 transactions that I need to move to a category. Then I
mm-hmm.
move it. So I moved my rent recently.
Okay.
I moved the tenant insurance. I moved hydro. I'm still paying down my internet bill. I paid my cell phone bill. I got to determine how many streaming services I need. I don't need
But
all
this
of
looks like
them.
mint. This
It's
looks
nice.
like mint.
It's nicer. And then if you got every dollar premium, you would get the
Mm-hmm.
roadmap, you would get goals, you would get Financial Peace University. So you're in a community of people that are trying to pay off debt. So the thing with every dollar and the Ramsey team,
Uh-huh.
they made it easy. They get like you can get a consultation with a coach. Yes, it's an American, but you can talk to them in a
Ugh.
way that like you like
Ugh.
the knowledge, the foundation knowledge is the same. Then for being in Canada,
I'm
you need
over
to know what
paying.
Canada offers for accounts, tax benefits, and things like that. But for somebody who's getting started, doesn't know where to start,
I'm
like when I
overpaying
started,
for American prices. I'm over it. I'm over it. Yes, that's my little
make a
rant, but
business
whatever.
that has your expenses charging American that justify what's happening. Like that's a whole
So
like
annoying.
me being a financial educator, me being a YouTuber that talks about personal finance, me investing in every dollar premium every couple of years is a business expense.
Okay, now I'm joining, and I'm gonna show my screen. Share screen. Golly, am I able to share the right thing? Oh, I might kick you off for a sec. Damn.
But like I said,
Oh,
it took a long time to figure it out. And it's a repetition thing that you do. It's not something you do tomorrow and then you pick it up 6 months from now. You'll forget.
exactly. So, but it's okay. So, how often do you change your update? I should say, update your budget.
Well, my categories don't change that much because for me, my expenses are not that drastic. And I keep my
Mhm.
business and personal separate. So with
Mm.
business now, I'm trying to make sure that I separate my one-time expenses versus my monthly expenses. Because like I could, buy an online course for $47 that goes into the one-time expenses category. And
Mm-hmm.
then how I need to renew my business license or bank fees for the business. Though like I need to keep them like they're on track with the accounting software that I use at Wave,
Mm-hmm.
but for before the month begins, how do I plan the money that comes in from the business? And then I give myself a salary that goes into the personal budget. So the
Mm-hmm.
personal budget is every dollar and that spreadsheet I shared with you today. Then I
Yeah.
have to make another one for business. But luckily, Ramsey Solutions, they made an every dollar budget for business owners. So I'm going to
Okay.
use that template to start with. So I don't have
Yeah.
to go reinvent the wheel. And then for the good budget software, I'll use that for business because
You can
it's
have
it's
two
like it's very
accounts,
simple text. Like it's just
but this is for
one
folks
line
that are.
category and a two-line category of profit, business retained earnings, salary, taxes, and then operating expenses for categories in that budget software.
Mhm.
And then everything else goes in the accounting software where there's receipts. The accounts have to reconcile. Like I need to hire a
Mhm.
bookkeeper for the business.
So there. So take a look, folks. These are the different ones. If you cannot handle mini on cams, budget. Even though I like how yours is structured because it shows your lifestyle, housing, and investments and debt repayment. Love it. But if there's someone that wants something more simple, I did show one, but that is not the one that I sent to a group. I'm actually really annoyed that I can't find it, but of course that's just how my life goes sometimes. Um, well, let's go with the first one. This is like the basic one for like let's say 20-year-old, 30-year-old single. They put their income, if they have extra income coming in, and they just show, and they have different housings, whether it's rent, mortgage, phone, electricity, entertainment. And let's be honest, don't forget your subscriptions, don't forget your Netflix, don't forget your Amazon Prime and everything, right? So we have this, or transportation, loans. This is very important, to just put your loans and how you're able to repay them. Definitely want to get that repayment that you mentioned, insurance, taxes. Of course, this is American based because it says federal, state, local. We just have to deal with ideally provincial and federal, but it's all together. Food, savings, pets, gifts and donations, personal care, legal. So this is something, this is very simple for the folks that are like, Camille, whatever y'all were showing before, nah, I don't want it. Right? How do you feel about that one?
I mean,
That was back in the day.
I've bought other people's budgets, like
Hmm.
different YouTubers. I bought their budgets, and they're mostly American.
Okay.
So there's just half the categories in the budget. I'm like, I need to change your whole tax category section.
Right? Like
And
401k is a
yeah, their
RSP.
investment section, their retirement section. When really, at the end of the day, all the budgets are housing, lifestyle, savings, investments, debt repayment,
Hmm. True.
and then
It's pretty much
taxes.
that.
But taxes for me is a business thing I plan with the profit first category. So profit first with Mike McAllowitz, it's profit, it's taxes, it's owner's pay, it's operating expenses. Then you
Hmm.
add in another account. Like I added professional fees when I hire a lawyer or an accountant.
Hmm.
Then I added CPP.
Influential.
I added a whole category for CPP and GST as a specific account in my budget.
Yeah.
So, but that was
I'm
something
gonna
over
show you.
time as your cash flow comes in, you optimize your budgets. And then there's Ramit Sethi's. He doesn't even have, he has 4 categories. That's it.
He only has four?
Fixed expen-
Really?
yeah. His conscious spending plan is 4 categories. I have a copy of it somewhere here.
Hmm. I want to show the one that I received, but not. And you're more inclined to show your amounts. I don't like showing my amounts because then people are gonna just
Part of
be.
the reason I show my
I've
amounts,
done it. I've done it before, and
the
I got.
disability, amount I get from disability is a fixed number that's publicly listed on a government website.
Mm,
Then, if you understand the parts of the policy directive, you can request more money from the government based on your personal situation.
hmm.
That money is already taxpayers' money given to me because I'm eligible, labeled disabled. And people, to break the narrative or break the false story of disability people or lazy and whatever, and how we're getting so much money that we're living the life. No, we're not. I could show you every dollar from that money, where it goes. It doesn't go very far.
And I remember
And
the.
the other spreadsheet tab in my budget shows you exactly where it goes. It doesn't go very
Hmm.
far. And then once it's done, I don't get anything till next month. Like
Yeah.
whatever I get January 31st, I don't get anything next until February 28th.
Jeez.
And
And
then February is my birthday month. People can buy me a coffee for my birthday. Mom and dad may give me birthday money. Then I try to make that all that money work from that. If I want to do anything else, get my hair done, buy winter boots,
Mhm.
buy clothes that fit, buy bras that fit. That's money I make from my business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm allowed to run a business being on disability because of Section 5.4 self-employment. Go read it. It's fantastic. So I'm as
Mm.
transparent as it can be because I'm not hiding anything. Like,
Not saying I'm hiding
and
anything. I just don't want to
I have
show
to
where my money's
submit everything I do to the government on time by the 7th of the month, or they suspend my file.
Golly.
Like regular people don't have to
So,
deal with the restrictions and rules I have to deal with.
so ideally, that's why you do your budget.
To show them exactly what it is to live on
Weekly.
disability and try to get off of it. I'm not going to sit and believe false messages or false propaganda because people are angry about something they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what it is, tell you where to go find it, go read the like when we went over on my channel, overpayment due to excess assets, and we broke the government gave you example how they
You've done
calculate
it here
excess
too.
assets.
You did it here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
That little
understand.
formula now I'll add it into a section of my spreadsheet. First is
Yeah.
investments, then I'll
Yeah.
add another section of overpayment excess assets question mark,
Mm.
and then we'll figure out if I'm over my asset limit or not.
And I want to say congratulations for meeting your goal, and also your you know how I yeah. I almost tripped it
Drop
over.
the button.
Like um because, and it's funny because I look at your investments, and you said you started like recently, and I'm like, damn, you're doing so well because you're focused on that aspect, and I can't
I take
wait
out cash
when.
advances to max out my investment. That is not recommended anywhere, but I know the potential of my investments.
I I don't know if I would do that part per se, but
No,
I
like the
definitely.
disability savings plan specifically tells you deposit this amount of money to receive a grant to catch up on your past contributions
Hmm.
before December 31st. Like
Yes.
February, I'm going to get my statement of entitlement. It's going to tell me how much I need to contribute for 2025. If
Mm-hmm.
I deposit less, I don't get the full $10,500. The $10,500 is 2025 and maybe a different year. Me being eligible for my disability tax credit from 2008 to 2025. I need to catch up on all those years of being eligible for disability because that's when my disability was diagnosed. It's
Yeah.
from the date your first diagnosis.
Hmm.
And then I need to make sure my doctor keeps the notes consistent when we send them to the government.
Hmm. So that might work mostly for a person like yourself. For us able-bodied folks, I would not recommend
Yeah,
this.
you don't have to worry about the stuff I have to worry about. I say that
I
every single
wouldn't rec
time.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that because not only that is because when it comes to debt, like look at this new
And they're not
the
getting the
ACT.
return on their investment that I get. They're not getting
Exactly.
210% match.
Exactly. So I wouldn't even suggest that, right? So
And then if you're wondering, how do I get it? Become disabled, confirm you're disabled, fill out all the documents. Good luck.
those were not my words.
No, like I
Those
don't
are
mean
mini on
actually
cam.
become disabled to get the disability stuff,
I'm
but
just
that
saying
is
you said what you said, but we listen and we do not judge.
like I mean, it sounds like I'm coming for them. I'm not trying to come for these people. I'm just
Not
letting
today.
you
Not
know
today.
that I woke up in my 20s
Mm,
psychotic in the hospital, and a
mm,
doctor filled out a form to apply for my disability benefits.
fudge.
I didn't have a choice. They and then
Gee.
I got a letter that we got your application applying for a disability. You need to come in and verify documents. Like I had to bring in my ID. I had to sign documents. I had to bring in bank statements. I had to prove my parents are no longer supporting me. Like it's a long step. So if you're able-bodied working really hard and you don't know why you don't have any money, it's because you chose the money to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Like you chose, and then if you work so hard, you stress yourself out that you need to take short-term disability from your job.
Mm-hmm.
You trapped yourself in bureaucracy. See, Dan said right. See it right there.
Right, what do you say? What do you say?
See, I'm assuming Dan lives with a disability. Why right came up.
So hold on. I for and the reason why I have you is because I need us to have representative for other folks, right? But there are different types of. I had to bring on my other
Oh, here's a
my
profit
laptop.
first spreadsheet. Okay, hold on.
So I want to mention the different types of budgeting methods. I wonder if I could put. Oh, perfect! I can write it in here. Mm, mm. Budgets. So while I'm over here, I'm creating different types of. So there's the envelope, and I think we mentioned this. So let's tell the folks the envelope. I haven't done the envelope method in a long time because I'm kind of used to. I think it's a great idea if you don't have the discipline. You need to put the money that you need for the month or the 2 weeks in, and just once that cash is gone, you can't use it until you get paid, you get the benefits, and all that so forth. So you better use your money wisely. Oh, right? What do you think about the envelope method?
So because of my bipolar disorder, ADHD, impulse issues,
Hmm.
me with cash doesn't work. I don't feel the pain. I spend because I used to spend a couple $1,000s a week at the
Hmm.
strip club.
Fair,
I would
fair.
make cash, go to the
Hmm.
club, cash gone. Then come home and be like, oh my God, I forgot to pay this. When
Golly.
I should have put the money in my bank, pay the
Hmm.
bill, pay
Hmm.
rent. Like me being psychotic and then getting onto, I wasn't paying rent. Like,
Holy
I,
shit,
like,
Stan, you have so much. Hold on. No disability,
like
disagreeing with
I
you.
wasn't paying rent. So cash, I have a limited amount of cash. Typically it's for the nail salon or the barbershop.
Mm.
That's it.
Uh-oh, a
And
shopaholic.
maybe cash to help out the panhandling people on the street.
Mm,
Maybe.
mm,
Like even
mm,
that,
mm.
I'm limiting how much I give out. I used to
Yeah.
give out people $5 each time I was out. That was my good Samaritan, good
Wait.
person deed of the day. But I like having the card and I check the balance before I leave the house. And
Mhm,
so with my envelope system, it's different bank accounts. So I have my PC Money card, I have
mhm.
my Tangerine card, I have my EQ Bank. The EQ Bank card is all my medical expenses. Then my
Okay.
Wealth Simple account is my Profit First account. So in Mike McCallowis's Profit First, you give the business owner a bonus every quarter.
Mhm.
So April, I should,
Have
depending on how much
money
money
going
I
into
make
it.
from now till April, I take it. So every dollar that comes into the business, 5% goes to the account profit. And then
5%?
every quarter,
Okay.
it's how you set up. Well, that was the other spreadsheet I found.
Yeah.
Let me
No, I'm just
show you.
asking because I was like, okay, like
No, it's easier
even
to show the visual. It's easier to show the visual of it.
okay. Because usually,
Um,
like whenever I
okay,
get
this one.
my income from clients, I usually put I automatically put the 30% away.
So this is
Like,
the go
yeah,
with the
like
visual. Yeah.
okay, so boom.
And I don't remember who I got this from, but
Yeah.
they made their so Profit First has these things called current allocation percentages and target allocation percentages. So I'm
Mhm.
starting with 5%, I think I did with my calculation. Then it's supposed to be 25%. I said 50% for the owner, and I said 25% for OPEX. OPEX is business operations.
Hmm.
So if I made $1,000 one month,
Mhm.
which I think I did it
Oh, so
wrong.
you do
Hold on.
it. So this is what you do monthly,
Yeah. So
and then
basically,
quarterly
every
you put
time
the profit.
it's
Okay.
not even monthly. So the way Mike sets it up, he wants people to do it the 10th and the 25th of every month.
The 10th and the 25th.
So all your money is in the revenue account. Then
Mhm.
every 10th and 25th, you allocate your money in those accounts. But then there's
Okay.
other banks that do it automatically. There's like
Mhm.
Rally
Mhm.
does it automatically. There's certain bank accounts that move the percentages automatically to different accounts, so you don't have to. But for
Mhm.
the bank accounts I have for my business, they don't do it automatically. I have to go in and do it.
I
And it's
manually
because
do
my
it.
commissions, they vary. They could be $100 in commission, it could be $5,000 in commission, and then I have to make sure my spreadsheet tells me what to do with it before I handle it.
Okay. That's nice. Okay.
And
So I like
that's
that.
just this is just someone's. broke down the spreadsheet of Mike Bacallow's Profit First. He talks about it a lot in his book, his
Mhm.
podcasts, and then other people that review the book.
Mhm.
Because even though he tries to make the Profit First simple, the book
Yeah.
is very dry, like an accounting book. But he
Yeah.
made like the way he talks about it is so exciting that when you go read the book, you're all hyped up about it. And
Mhm.
then you're like, wait, what? Why is it so? So I need to
Oh,
listen to the audiobook of the Profit First book so that I get that information.
okay. So boom.
It's just the
So
way
we
that
have.
it still practices the general accounting practices.
Mhm.
It's just I want the fun part. The fun part is make the money, know the percentages you're doing to the accounts, move
There's
it to
no
those
fun
accounts.
part.
Then every quarter, my $250, I can
Goes to that.
buy new makeup or a new wig or go to the spa, like whatever
Or then have it
rewarding.
as treat yourself
Yeah,
fund,
it
not
kind
profit. I would say it like that. And that's like one thing I tell people how to
but
structure
it's not
their
like
thing.
profit could be it's profit is not supposed to go back into the business. It's
Mhm.
supposed to go to rewarding the owner, and you could use it depending on what your goals are in your personal
Mhm.
budget. So it's
Yeah.
like when we get our GST credit or our tax refund,
Mhm.
but this is the business funds allocating money for quarterly profit. It's like your own dividend in your portfolio that you set aside
Fair.
and then you use
Yeah.
it. And then end of the year, if I haven't maxed out my investments, it would come out of
Mhm.
profit to max out my investments.
Okay,
Because like
that
if you
makes
haven't
sense.
if you haven't caught up with your any of the like the first home savings account, the RSP account, it would
Or the
come out of the profit
TFSA.
account depending on
Mhm.
how much is into the end of the year.
Fair enough. Okay.
Because you
So,
only pull it out once a quarter: January, April, October, and December.
it would be
No,
if you said October, then it would be January.
right, July, October. Yeah, July, October, that's end of the year. And then
Yeah.
January, April, beginning of the year.
Mm. Okay. So then, boom. So we have
And then
that.
here is
So that's kind of your. Well, on. We have to go back
yeah,
to the type of budgets.
we are. I found Ramit Sethi's conscious spending plan. Remember, I have a lot of spreadsheets of people,
I know, but sometimes people aren't. Well, I personally like the spreadsheets, right? And then there's a zero based budget. So that's
which is every
basically
dollar. That's the way I budget.
every cent down to the last cent, the 2 cents that you rub, you have to use. So everything one has a job to do, really. I like it. I like it, but which people benefits from this more? Hmm. I think it's the person that like they just need a structure like, okay, I get this much, where does it all go? So boom, put it there, savings, investing, housing, lifestyle, all that down to the last penny. So you'd be able to structure yourself in a way cuz some people like a structure. You have something to say. I feel
I
like you
did.
have a
So, zero based budgeting and assigning every
Mhm.
dollar a job, you actually still leave some money left in your account, a buffer for
Absolutely. Yes.
because you're trying to avoid NSF fees. You're not going in overdraft. The way Dave Ramsey teaches the zero based budget is you're using cash all the
Mhm.
time, no matter what, never use credit cards. While Millionaire Mission, Brian Preston and what's his co-host name?
Mm.
Bo Hansen, I think, not the football player. I don't know. He's a similar name to a football player. I get it confused. But the Millionaire
Mhm.
Mission book, your every dollar has an assignment through their 9 steps. And then same thing with Mel Abraham, his building your money machine.
Mhm.
That one you're investing and paying off debt at the same time. Every dollar has an assignment, but there's a cushion in your checking account, especially the one that
Yes.
pays bills, so you don't go into
Mhm.
overdraft. So
True. And I would
you may leave
say
$200 behind, you may leave $50 behind, depending on how you budget.
don't
With me,
leave that
because I
3,000.
specifically move accounts to pay bills
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
So you have different accounts
spending
for
from
different
the
reasons.
I'm not my checking the spending account is not my bill payment account. It's a separate account.
Okay.
Because the way that the automatic millionaire Ramit Sethi talks about the flow chart of your money,
Mm-hmm.
that because like people just think they like the way I used to have one checking, one savings, do everything from that one checking account, and then go into
And
overdraft, not
yeah.
realizing you could go to your bank and have two checking accounts, one for attached to the debit card, one that's not attached to the debit card, and
Mm.
then a savings. I learned if you have checking and savings at a bank that
Mm-hmm.
you want to build a relationship with, they look at you nicer
Mm.
when your activity is going into the account frequently on time. That's where the 10th and the 15th profit first schedule makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if the bank sees you're making commissions every 2
Oh,
weeks and they
that's
go into
usually
your
when they
account
get. That's when they usually look.
and
That's why.
you go into do a normal everyday transaction, like maybe get cash for your envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what teller needs to make a commission, they'll offer you something.
Yeah.
You may not need
And I.
it. It's a fact that you're just showing the bank you're a good money manager of your account, that
Yeah.
they're willing to talk to you more about financial products. Because when you're always in overdraft and NSF fees and over limiting your credit cards and your credit score is going down the toilet, they don't want to talk to you. They don't even look to you.
They're
But once you
like.
rebuild that relationship with your money and the credit system and the banking system,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden they stop calling your last name and they ask if they can call you your first name. And then like, would you like to make an appointment with our financial advisor in the bank? And one dude brought me hot chocolate with whipped cream and cinnamon. So, at a bank. Exactly.
Watcha.
Exactly.
Okay.
All from just rebuilding my credit and my spending habits at the bank.
Yeah. And that's and
When I
but
was
I wanna.
overdraft, NSF,
Mhm.
they didn't look at me. They literally wanted me out of the
Exactly.
bank and call security. It's very weird how that happens.
So I want folks to remember that with the NSF fee. Um, yes, with the zero base budget, have a buffer like you mentioned, whether it's 100, 200, 500. Whenever it gets to that amount, then you're gonna be like, wait, okay, I did some overspending, wagwan, and just be able to have have that money set up where you're not overspending, basically, because that's the base. And then remember, zero base budget still reminds us to pay ourselves first. No matter what, you're putting money towards savings, point blank, period. And then there's the for the value based folks. For this is for like high earners per se, and
No,
this
it
is
doesn't.
going based on what they. Well, sometimes it is.
Because
It's
of the conscious spending plan from Meet Sati, it's all income types. Like this whole idea that we're gonna put value based budgeting for higher income earners. No, I'm not, and I
but let's
don't
be
like.
fair. But let's be fair. Be fair. For someone that is living in poverty or that's struggling, they can't spend on things that they value at the moment because they have to be mindful of paying off their debt and things or getting the essentials. They have to focus on the essentials than focusing on their wants. I think that's the game plan when it comes to the value based budget. You have to focus. You don't have to like, ooh, am I gonna be able to pay my rent or am I gonna be able to go buy groceries? Essentially, that's what it means. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but essentially that's what it means. And I can see your face that you're like,
Yes, it is.
oh
They
shit.
labeled it wrong. They labeled it wrong. I have my survival budget, and then I
Hmm.
have my value based, zero based budget, sustainable spending plan budget. Like, because survival budget is a very different budget planning. It's your four walls, that Dave Ramsey calls it: shelter,
Hmm.
food, clothing, maybe transportation, maybe
Yeah,
medicine.
but that's not the value base.
No, But
So
the way that I set up my 5 category budget, that is my value-based budget. Like if I was supposed to just only focus on, oh, I'm on disability, we can only do a survival-based budget, it wouldn't have savings and investing in it. You know how many people have told me not to put saving and investing in my budget because I'm on disability?
well, that
And I did the
person
opposite. The reason I did the opposite is why we're having this conversation.
Mhm.
Because I made sure I provide the saving and investing category. The government did my basics, my essentials. Okay, great. Then I want to go on vacation. Then I want to buy new shoes. Then I want to buy a wig. I need to put an emergency fund. I want to start my investment account. That was me. And if I didn't have it in my budget, it wouldn't happen. I literally put everything I would need to accomplish or would like to accomplish in my budget. I'm not sitting there saying, oh,
Survival
I'm in
budget.
survival mode. Oh, we can't save anything. It got to a point where I had to figure out how to save $10 every single month from my disability income. Because then it forced me to make money for the other categories in the budget. And then if you're constantly paycheck to paycheck, payday loans, credit cards, all those things, you have to go see a bankruptcy trustee in Canada. Stop sitting there thinking you can solve it by yourself. Legally, the government of Canada has made debt insolvency open, practical, easy to understand. Find the right insolvency trustee. There's a whole government website that lists all of them. Because the whole, like, we're believing a lot of false messages when we only focus on do it yourself. No, I filed my consumer proposal. I started fresh. I changed my habits. Now, yes, I'm on credit card debt. I would like to not go into credit counseling. And I had my consultation with a credit counselor at Credit Canada, and we ran my numbers. We understood that if I went into a debt consolidation program with a credit counselor that's regulated by the government and things like that, I would already save $100. So that that program wasn't beneficial for me. So I'm following the Dave Ramsey baby steps and doing the debt snowball on my own. And then I would negotiate with my creditors. If it gets too much that I can't negotiate with my creditors in a way that the agreement is being followed, like let's say the creditors break their rules or the creditors are being more aggressive or more harassing, I will go to a bankruptcy trustee quick time and have them settle it. Because legally, when that agreement is in place, they're not supposed to contact me, period, point blank. They know it. The law says so.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and squeeze out, oh, I'm in survival, and stress myself out and make my symptoms worse. Because I know if I make my symptoms worse, I'm in the hospital. For what? Over credit cards or payday loan or all those things? No. The minute they start harassing you that you have late payments and you're missing payments, you're changing your phone number to hide from creditors, go to a bankruptcy trustee in Canada. The law has set it up to make sure that you are protected.
Can you type it in the private chat? However, I understand, but a value-based budget is different. Still, I just want it, like, remember, the game plan is for people to have different options of budgets, which whenever works for you, works for you. That is all. I will reverse to this one, which is the reverse budget, which is pay yourself first budget. And I strive for this, and I think this is basically what you had before that you showed was the profit, the taxes, the OPEX I saw. Is paying yourself first, and then finding out what you need, like what do you have to pay for groceries, housing, and stuff. And someone's gonna hear this and say, Cam, but that's very risky. At the end of the day, having a safety net is not risky. Having a safety net will save your ass
Try to
when things come.
post-strike pandemic. You need a safety plan.
You need
Oh
a
yeah,
safety
every
net.
time we get a flood, every time we ice
Fam,
storm,
like,
power outage.
wait, did you get a flood?
Yeah, Toronto had a flood
When it
last year.
rained?
Yeah, Union Station was like disgusting.
Yeah, it was wild.
And my
Like
building
things
had
like
a power
that.
outage when the raccoon hit the transformer and knocked the power out for half the neighborhood. You know how many
Raccoons
people
don't
ordered
talk.
Uber from their app on the phone because downstairs in the lobby had one working outlet
Golly. Hold
where
on.
the
Why
the
did you just
delivery people for the food were not going to walk up the stairs because the elevator was out for the power?
Golly. So hold
And the
on.
thing is, we didn't know how bad that power outage was. We knew it was our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then we realized it was just our neighborhood when
That's
people were
good.
coming home from work. Like,
Ugh. Well,
there's
that's
so many
at least
reasons
it
to
wasn't the
have,
whole.
like, I know people don't really like Dave Ramsey's $1,000 emergency fund, but for me on disability in a low income household was just me,
Mhm.
$1,000 replaces my air conditioner. $1,000 replaces one of my computers. Okay,
God.
great. Bump it to $2,000. Okay, great. $2,000 is literally every category in my
Why are you
lifestyle
trying to
category for
trigger
my
me when
budget.
you had to say laptop?
No, but
The
it's
amount of
true. Like,
times it's crashed.
go to Canada Computers right now and go look at a laptop in your budget that has all
Mhm.
the specs you want, that has all the graphics that you want. I look at anything from $2,000 to $3,000 in a computer, and I get it on sale at Canada Computers. And I know it's in that price range, and it matches the requirements that my job says I need to have.
Yeah.
It matches the requirements to stream on YouTube properly. Like, if your business is live streaming anywhere, you need to make sure you always have money for a replacement computer or another computer ready to go.
Oh my gosh. Knock on wood, because if anything happens, this is like during usually January something happens, but I'm knocking on wood. Wishful
And the
thinking.
thing with computers, like how it works, but it has a certain personality that you can't touch it over there. You can't click that button over there. If you
Listen.
do it, it either restarts, resets, shut down, blue screen of death, something on the computer because it overloaded. Every computer does that. Every computer has a little hiccup.
It's so
Like
triggering.
the one in
Say
my
it.
bedroom, the way my
Mhm.
USB lights are plugged in by
Yeah.
USB. If I plug in the USB when the computer is on,
Mm.
it does a power surge and shut the whole thing off.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
I learned plug everything when everything is off. Eh, plug all USB when the machine is off.
Mm.
Then boot up my machine. And
Exactly.
then, like, my modem has a USB port on it. So I use that for another USB light because I need a certain amount of
True.
lighting in my room for the studio. And I need a certain amount of lighting here. I can't
Yeah.
plug in USB lighting in this laptop.
Oh no, say
It
you need
won't
a
handle it.
desktop.
There's only 3 USB ports on this laptop. The mouse, the microphone, the webcam. Already
Hello,
done.
Ryan. Wagwan.
So yeah,
Wagwan,
when I talk about
Ryan.
the emergency fund, you need like cameras, like
Yeah.
HD
You
drives,
definitely,
anything that runs
definitely.
your business. You need to make sure you have enough money in the retained earnings for business or household emergency fund for personal to replace those items.
Mhm.
And then,
Mhm.
okay, if you're renting, most of the stuff is covered by the landlord. But what if they take too long? You know, you can get permission from your landlord to replace something in your unit, and you bill your landlord and you send them to court to pay you back. Most people don't know that. I do.
Golly, don't give any more other tenants ideas. You know those
No, but like
tenants.
if you can, like, if we know we can hire people from Mr. Handyman or Task Rabbit to do small repairs.
Mhm.
If you have a landlord that doesn't want to take the time to actually fill the request,
Mhm.
make the request in writing,
Yeah.
track how long it took them to ignore you, then talk to them and ask permission. Can I do the repair because you're taking too long? If
Mm.
they say no, okay, fine. They need to tell you when is it going to happen. If they
Yeah.
can't tell you when that repair is going to happen, ask
Mhm.
them if you can do it yourself and you bill them back. Keep all the
That's fair.
receipts, send it to court. Then the judge will say the landlord has to pay you back.
I feel like you don't have to send it to court. I feel like
You do,
they'll just be.
you do, you fully do. It's I check. I call legal aid. I call my
You're
lawyer. I call
telling
the
me you
tenant.
can't just bill it and then give it to them to reimburse you?
You need a paper trail that you made every effort of communicating to get the landlord to do the job first. Because if you don't, they'll fuck you over and try to kick you out. So you need to make sure that, and I had to use that word. That's the only word I could describe it. Yeah, you need to make sure there's a paper trail. Like you, so you heard me read my email. How they apologize in writing, and
Mhm.
they
Well, no,
remove
that
that
one's a
notice.
little bit different. That one's
No, it's
different.
not.
Like,
It's actually not. Like the amount of I've
I
been here
mean
for
that.
17 years.
When I mean
I've been
different, I
like
mean that
me
one's
being here for
more.
17 years.
Yeah.
and making sure that I keep records of every communication I have with me and my landlord about everything that happens in this unit.
Hmm. But that one, that scenario is bigger than if you are going to, I don't know. Well, I don't like AC, so fixing the AC and you rather get it done before he wants to get it done. That aspect you told me about is way bigger than that. That's what I mean. They're both important, but one is way more
For me,
important than
my
the other.
AC reduces my health condition. So
Fair.
it's not like, oh, let's wait till the landlord may or may not fix my air conditioning.
I'm just
If
saying
I
on
if I'm
my
overheated, I risk going to
Mhm.
the emergency room. That means
I
I'm risking there
understand.
for 12 hours when I could just have my emergency fund, hire the person to replace my air conditioning, bill my landlord, make
Yeah,
sure I
but
send my
and
request in to
again,
prove that I talked to the landlord. Like everything, if you're
again,
renting, you need to keep a paper trail of what you're
I
doing and what the landlord
understand.
said they would do and didn't do.
But again,
Same thing
I
with the
don't
plumbing. You know the
think
problems I had with the plumbing that took them forever to fix the plumbing?
you have to go to court for that. I agree with the paper trail, but
Go
I
read the
feel
landlord and
like
tenant board and print off every form they have for tenants. It's on their website for Ontario. It's right there.
I'm gonna have a landlord versus tenant discussion. I'll say discussion. But I'm not one, so I wouldn't know. So you know what? You're right. You are right. I understand how you feel. And the last part is cash flow budget, which I believe you've shown. Yours is like a cash flow budget. Would you say?
The profit first is. The profit first is. So the business one
Okay,
is.
but no, but you can still. So regardless whether you have a business or not, you can still look at your cash flow because ideally we want to make sure our cash flow every month is up to par
Yeah, cash
because
flow is king. How you mean?
yeah.
Cash flow is king.
Queen should say queen.
No.
Hurrah. I'm joking.
Remember, most of all the money has men on it. So cash flow is king.
I know. Ooh, fun fact. Did someone send it to me? I think someone sent it. So I have a quarter here. Um, someone sent me the new quarter with King Charles on it. That's interesting. That was something I wanted to talk
And you
about
prove
for a
my
second.
point. Cash flow is king.
It's just because his mom passed away. But yes, cash flow budget is just another way to track what you've earned, and I like this way. And I actually the one that I have is I'm going to be more focused on my cash flow because golly, if last year didn't teach me anything, I need my cash flow to be positive or I'm going to have to get mafia. And anyone that knows what that means, you know what that means.
You gotta be careful when you say these words, man.
Nah, fam. Nah. I say what I say and I mean what I say. But let's see. Cash so we talked about budgeting, we talked about accountability. Um what was the next thing we were supposed to talk about? Because you know how we if you haven't noticed, having us two together, it ends up being a very long, beautiful discussion. I'll say the least. Um, let me double check over here to confirm if we talked about everything. Ah, so we talked about the budget, we talked about accountability, and just our goals. I mean, my goals is to be a better person. I think I mentioned that last week with the money trauma, or not even last week, the ending of the year of what my goals were gonna be. I did write them down. I did write them down. I don't have it close to me, but I'm definitely trying to do better with my health. I'm trying to do better with my business and all that great stuff. Is watch ya, watch ya. You see how
See,
instigated is going?
you're the one to open a
You
can
see
of
how
worms by
instigate?
saying those words.
Nah, because he knows what it means. But definitely, is there any goal that you haven't talked about that you want to put it out there? So
It's the same. Like I'm gonna go back to rebuilding my emergency fund. I need
Mm-hmm.
to make sure, and it's not just my emergency fund. It's so I need my business needs $1,000. Then I need a buffer of $500. Then I need my household emergency fund of $1,000. That's already 2,500. Then I need to make sure I add a medical expenses savings account
That's a good
because
one. That's a good one.
be like depending on your insurance provider for health and health insurance, health, dental, vision, they don't cover everything. And then you have to fill a lot of paperwork to get Ontario to cover something, the assisted device program or Trillium, depending on what you need based on your prescriptions or your health conditions and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So me having a savings account and a specific prepaid card or debit card for business for medical expenses, that
Mm-hmm.
keeps it easier when I claim receipts on taxes.
Trying to see.
And
See my.
I now found I can get a premium for private health insurance plan and critical
Oh.
illness insurance. I need those in place because if my
Do you have
disability
someone?
develops, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Christopher from
Okay. Okay.
Policy Me,
Okay.
he's been
Okay.
working on it for 2 years. It's so
Yeah, Lee. Oh, there
the
it is. I
goal
found it.
is February. I make the appointment with him and I
Mhm.
finally activate a plan.
Nice. So thank you
And
for
then
sharing
my
your plan.
FU
Oh,
money exit disability fund. Yes, that's what it's called. That you know
I
exactly
love
why it's
that
called that.
one. I love that one. I love that
I need to
one.
start
I
that
will talk
going.
about mine. I will mention some of them.
Oh yeah,
I
credit
do.
cards are in there too, but like first thing first is my savings and then I'll go aggressive on paying on credit cards. So all while I'm building my savings, I have to stay current on paying my credit card bills on time and then my fixed expenses on time. So like rent,
Yeah.
hydro, insurance, some streaming services, not all of them,
Hmm.
because I can't just work from home and not have a home life. I need some entertainment. So there's that. Whether it's networking or going to brunch or something like that, it's in the budget. It's what
Well, the
makes my
next event
sustainable
I know that's
spending
happening is
plan.
next event that I know is happening is on January 15th. So maybe I'll see you there.
I'm not going.
All right, let me
It's
talk
not
about my goals. So I do want to pay off my debt as well. I'm not gonna say how much, 'cause it's a lot. And you know what's so ironic? January 11th, 2 years ago, I talked about it. I haven't fixed it yet, y'all. Life is lifing, but I am gonna fix it this year. Get back into shape. I have been doing the challenge, the plank challenge. So everyone's been following that plank challenge. Well, there's only one person that's been following it, but I have had folks, encourage me to still do the plank, like keep going. But that means y'all should do it too. The heck? But ideally, I do the plank so I'm able to push myself forward to go back to the gym and stuff. The game plan is to go back to the gym, get I'm not I'm struggling to do 28 push-ups, and it shouldn't be like that because I used to do
so
25
do
push-ups. Like,
5.
hmm?
Do
5 at a time.
5. Yeah.
I could do 10 in one. Like I do 10, 20. I'm like,
You hit muscle fatigue. That's probably what it is.
I
You
know.
don't
And you know what? It's because I plank and then I do the push-ups.
exactly. You're already tired. You
But
you made that goal a little bit too big is what it sound like.
definitely don't do the push-ups first before you plank. Word of advice. I've done it and it's a struggle. I want to get back into trading. But so I've been watching like motivational, or I've been like how to chart again. And if anyone was looking at what's happening in the stock market, ooh wee. Also, for more people to join the Discord, please. I want to bring out a digital product that is in the works. That is in
Hey,
the
I just
works.
told what books to read to make that happen, so you have no
I know.
excuses.
I know. No, I already have gone to the where I have to go to get it freaking done. So it's in the works. Stay tuned, y'all. It's to the point where I'm even thinking about how my commercials are gonna be. I fully like had a commercial in my head that I said out loud.
But did you write it out? Did you write
I
out
don't
the
have to.
script
No,
for
I
this
don't have to. I don't
commercial?
have to. I don't have to write it out. I remember it because of what it's
No,
gonna
you're not.
be.
But okay.
I'm going to remember. Trust me. Hmm. So because I'll give you guys. Should I? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before I announce it. I have to wait until it's come in full form. So I do have digital products coming out. What else? Eek! I'm not saying them all. I'm saying most of them. Uh, it's my CFP. I know my mentor's watching or listening. He's like, mm-hmm. Are you working? How's the studying going?
In
How's the
my head, I'm
studying
like,
going?
did you take up the book?
How's the studying going? He's like, even if it's 10 minutes, try to do 10 minutes of studying a day. I'm like, "Ah, okay, that could go on. But then I'm also listening to podcasts that like encourage me. I'm like, and that's when I stay up late being on ChatGPT. I'm like, oh, that's what I want to do and stuff, right? Learn more about AI to help delegate things because I'm tired of doing everything. If you see why we were late and stuff, it's because I did everything. Except you. You helped me on the title. Thank you. Um, and then just working on gaining professional development skills and creating boundaries. Cause golly,
Okay, for boundaries, the book from Dr. Henry Cloud. It's called
sure.
Boundaries.
Oh, it's
Start there.
called boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me go find it. Mm,
it's called boundaries. Golly.
'Cause he made a website called boundaries.me.
So that
Dr.
but
Henry
you
Cloud.
know what? If it's not even boundaries, it's just me letting go things that stress me. Um, I can't control everything, and I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, fuck it. If that's how you want to act, that's how you want to act. I'm cool. I was like, huh? Okay. Woo. Okay. Put in here. Gracias. Um, yeah, I think boundary, and I think everyone's dealing with boundaries or how to deal with stress and things, and that's one thing I want to focus on too. And I'm gonna say this to folks that have messaged me or contacted me this weekend. There's sometimes I this is sometimes I don't want to talk or I was sleeping.
Okay,
I don't want to
here
talk.
it is.
Where is it? Oh, should I add it? Should I
Yeah,
play?
yeah. I just have to make sure it was working. So yeah,
Okay. So boom,
that's
bam,
the
bam.
Dr. Henry Cloud, his membership.
I can't hear nothing.
You hear me?
I can
For
hear
him,
you. I can't hear it.
well, because you have to click his audio for it, but we're
Didn't
we're not promoting them that hard. We just need people to know that there's
I?
resources for boundaries.
Ooh, there it is. Okay. Oh, shucks. I forgot to write this. Did I not do this? I did not do this one. This is for the one where you talked about finding. I did do it.
And I
Golly.
posted the link to the landlord and tenant board. Oh no, I didn't.
No. So let's see.
Because
Oh, there it is.
yeah, they
Boundaries.
let you know what forms you're entitled to fill out as a tenant. Like it lets you know what your rights are as a tenant.
So I will do this. We'll have that, and then we will have this one. All right. So I'm getting hungry. Like I said, I didn't do anything before this. Um, we again. So now I want to thank you, Minnie and Cam. Thank you for the last quarter where you made me push me to do the content creation. We are gonna meet up to do more content creation because I realize I can't do this shit by myself. I can't do this shit by myself. It's getting exhausting. I think I'm reaching that point of being burnt out, just dealing with everything, and I don't want to. Because I really strive to help folks and to be financially fit. I can't do everything by myself, and it's getting. So thank you. I want to thank you for starting it. I see the cool things I could do with content creation. Sometimes it drives me nuts when I make the reels. Like my god sister sent me a post of taking an hour to do a 8-minute reel, or my minute reels take me like an hour because of my stumbling and stuff. So Kayla, when you hear this, one you for calling me out. But I do like making reels. I even have a tripod. It's over there. It's not close enough to make sure I make content. So I have a better phone. I have which has speed, so it doesn't crash when I'm about to share the thing, like has happened before. So I'm really going to commit to building content for folks, making it fun, making it educational, making it exciting. So Minnie on Cam, thank you for making me start this. You know, me have to give you flowers. Oh, as much as I hated the 90 days straight, I
The
did it.
so I mean, I should have done it with you, but yeah, I acknowledge I acknowledge my responsibility in it. But the reason
Accountability.
it so when I wanted to add on multiple income streams from the internet, the
Mm,
team I joined, we were supposed to do 30 videos in 7 days, and I did. And it did. It like it boosted my channel, it boosted my social media presence and around but
however.
at that time we only had long form video available.
Mm,
When YouTube was just the only platform for video, now we have like 6,000 different platforms to make a video. So
yeah,
it's easier to do reels, and it's easier to do long form, and it's easier to do podcasts. Like it's way more easier, but then you have to pick one. So the one thing for the book reading people or the audiobook people, the one thing, Eat That Frog, Brian Tracy, the one thing I don't know who made one thing, but
mm,
it's just the way that I made my outline for my possible upcoming podcast
yeah.
where
Not
I
possible. It's
need
gonna
to
happen. Stop this. Ah, change your vocabulary.
no,
Change your
but
vocabulary.
which
Thank you.
part of the vocab? Like I know it's something I would like to do. I know I already planned it. I know I have to put it into my schedule. I also have to make sure I focus on income producing activities because great, I could build up the podcast, but the
Mm,
podcast itself is not going to make me money. My income producing activities are being a live webcam performer. That's what makes me money. And
fair.
to do that, that takes a level of transformation that costs money. I can't show up the way I am here on camera here in that environment.
True.
Like I have to like but no, I literally like
Sorry.
it's not even like, oh, I'm exaggerating. No, I literally cannot do it.
No,
Like
I hear
the
you. I just thought about it. I was like, true. You wouldn't
I
have the
literally have to what
same.
they call code switching. I literally have to switch into a different role to make money in that environment. That doesn't happen over here. Yes, they cross over, but they don't cross over the same way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
great, somebody bought a coffee today. Fantastic. It's amazing. I love people
Thank you for
supporting me.
reminding me.
But
Thank you for
the buy me a
reminding
coffee
me.
doesn't pay the bills. It supports the channel little by little. Great. But, I need more people doing it. I basically need every viewer to donate, buy me a coffee every time they watch the video to supplement my actual living expenses.
Thank you for
When that
reminding.
doesn't happen, I need to log on to a different platform, make my money in that different platform, switch into my persona to make the platform like drag queens. We know drag queens have their regular normal job and they switch over in hair and makeup and nails and do their costumes.
That is true.
We
Wow,
don't
what a
bat an
time to
eye.
join,
We don't
sir.
bat an eye when they do it. We don't bat an eye when they put on their makeup and their eyelashes and everything. But when I talk about it, people are like, "Oh, you look so pretty by yourself." No, I literally work in an environment that does
Mhm.
not see this natural look as pretty.
Fire for that. But
But
I
there's nothing
understand.
you can do. That's the status quo. How are you going to change that part of the status quo? What generation are you going to take to change it? It's run by your unrealistic beauty standards that I have to make sure I set my schedule to fit into that unrealistic beauty standard to make money.
I like your mic setup. It's fine.
Thanks.
I was
Twice
no,
tonight people commented on my microphone.
I know you get compliment pun Mike. You get compliment about you get a buy a coffee thing. Lot people don't love me so. I forgot the poll's still going on with
Did you close the poll?
I didn't. Oh my gosh, I want to do one last poll. Hold on. Oh, it's 50-50. Okay, I'm ending that one. Okay, so it's 50-50. Can I show it? Can I share it? Hold on. Shit. Okay, it's 50-50 on that. I think I voted cash. I usually do.
Like
Damn, I
Minnie
want to
on
do one
cam,
more.
you show like I show my authentic
Oh, I
Jamaican angry self. It's true. The way I can rant and try not to use, cuss words
do you use?
that I
Let's
can't
see if this
do
will
as
work.
Minnie St Claire, the cam model chat hostess. It just doesn't work.
I hope that works. I don't know what that did. Dang. Next time I'll be paying attention more to the poll and stuff. Clearly, I didn't pay attention to it. But I want it. Anyone that's watching the replay and everything, make sure you tell me whether you're team cash, dollar bills, or team gift cards. Especially if it's to your favorite shop, right? And also, what budget do you use? That's my other question.
So everybody that's on Minnie on Cam's channel,
Mm.
the newer budget that I showed you today, I will
Thank
make it available in the Buy Me a Coffee. There's an older version of a budget in the Buy Me a Coffee right now. You can grab that one.
Wait, tell the people at what cost they have to pay for it.
No, they
That's
know when they go click
important.
it. They know when they click it. They know when
No,
they
because
click when
when
they.
I clicked it, it didn't do that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
there.
I think
Most of the
after
stuff
it.
in my Buy Me a Coffee, if you're buying it, it starts at $15.
See,
If
that's what
you
I'm talking about. So
if
it
you
starts
just buy
at.
if you just buy me a coffee, you can give whatever you want. But if you're
Oh,
buying
sure.
something from the tab that calls coffee shop, most of everything in there is $15. Except I raised the prices on the ODSP income estimator calculator.
Are you showing? Do you want me to show it? Or you
Um,
tell me? Tell me if you do.
give me a minute. Let me make sure
Mm.
I'm saying the things that are congruent. Okay, so yeah, I'll share it because
Okay. So 3, 2, 1.
yeah. So like my network tracker, that's
Oh shit!
$12.
I got-
For people on my channel that are webcam models, I put up a schedule template. That's an older version of it. I'm working on a newer version of it. Right now, that one is $12. Then the ODSP self-employment earnings exemption deduction calculator, that's $20. I had to raise it because the way things in the policy have changed, it has more information about accessing every policy directive there is for Ontario and Canada for disability benefits. Then that budget on there, it is the 2023 version of it, but it's exactly the zero-based budget I always practice and preach with the life pie chart categories of housing, lifestyle, investing, debt repayment, savings, and investing. I'll add things. I may add a tab on there for booking a coaching appointment. I'm working on pricing. I'm trying to figure out determining the pricing for that. But everything on there is selling. The most popular thing being sold is the ODSP self-employment earnings exemption calculator. 7 people have bought that. Thank you very much. And everything else, 6 people have bought it for the other things. Thank you very much. Then the people who
Question.
donate and bought me a coffee, thank you very much. I
Question.
like
Is
the
this
way things
Canadian or
are, I'm
US?
trying to make everything as transparent as possible that
Mm-hmm.
you have no excuses, but the excuses you already have in your head.
Mm.
Because
Damn.
I'm trying to make sure I eliminate all the excuses. Like I'm
Mm.
making this available on Buy Me a Coffee. I talk about it on the YouTube channel all the time. I'm now talking about other people's YouTube podcast channels now. Everywhere I go, this is where I talk about if we have a conversation.
Everywhere we go. Sorry. Uh, wait.
So
Question. Is it Canadian or American? Because you know.
I always bill in American. But if you know me, I only bill in American. I don't bill in
So,
Canadian.
so to my Canadian followers and supporters that is going to follow Minnie on Cam, I'm sorry because right now, anyone that watched Justin Trudeau, Trudeau's event resigning, our dollar did skyrocket. So we might be a little bit closer to the US dollar, but oh, where's oh, hold on. That's definitely
Click
valuable.
on the income
Where
exemption calculator.
which one?
You did already. It's on the screen.
Hmm?
There's a share link.
Is there?
Yeah. Where it says share this.
Hold on. I'm having a moment. What are you talking about, Willis?
Oh my, okay. You're on my ODSP self-employment earnings exemption deduction calculator. That helps people specifically on
This
the
is
Ontario
not.
Disability
This is
Support Program.
you. This is you moving
But
this.
am I sharing the screen or are you sharing the screen?
You're sharing the screen.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know you saw my screen up. Okay. So yeah, it's in chat. That's how you get it. There.
I was like, what is happening right now?
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know I was a Vanna White. I didn't know. I didn't.
And you're
I
almost
didn't
cussed me
know.
to it. I was like, am I
I
missing
didn't
something?
know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so you know what? And this is something else that I want to I have to execute on the things that I've created, especially during the breaks, especially during Christmas holidays. I have to execute. That needs to be on my dang goals. Execute on the shit you created.
Then you should get the
Um,
Growth Day membership. You should totally get Brandon Bouchard's Growth Day because he'll motivate your butt every morning. You log on into the Growth Day membership.
who's it? Say the person again.
Growth Day is created by Brandon Bouchard. He's a big
Sure.
personal development coach that's coach Oprah and all the big people around the world.
So right now I'm not remembering anything because I need food in my system.
All
So
right, let me show you his
we
website then.
there's a link. Is right here, sir. I think you can. Are you?
For which?
Oh, you know what? It's because you have it on your thing. Hold on. How do I? What? How am I able to click that?
All right,
Give
here's
me a sec.
Growth Day because I keep talking about Growth Day because
Send
I
that
love
link
my
in
Growth Day.
the chat, in the private chat
Mhm.
as well. Sorry, please.
This is not the affiliate link for Growth Day.
No, it's
This
not.
is
No, no,
direct.
no.
Yeah, because I mentioned earlier that I have an affiliate link for Growth Day, but the link we were sharing right now is not the affiliate link for Growth Day.
2 seconds. Lord have mercy. Betsy, if I put it anywhere else, it's just gonna mess up. Okay, this whole oh
Oh yeah, my
no,
YouTube
just
description. I need to put my YouTube description.
yeah,
So
no, the Kofi link that you showed me before, this one right here, send it in the
that goes
private chat.
specifically to the product we were talking about, the
I know,
ODSP
but give
calculation.
it to me in the private chat, and I can put it into. Remember, anything off of anyone that's clicking onto my stream can't click on your thing, so
Look,
so
this is the first
send
time we
it.
did a double stream. So we're a little rusty on the technical aspects of click where and click who. But it is click where and click who.
Ah, it's fair enough. Fair enough. There we go. You should have it now. I think you should be able to click it now. What else? Okay, so we talked about accountability. We talked about budgeting. We talked about goals. You know what? It's about dollar bills, yo. Goal digging. So it's not gold diggers or
Okay, great.
goal diggers.
Growth Day is pretty amazing. Growth Day is your own personal development coach. as
I
long as you
must do
keep
that one.
accessing it and using the membership and using the community the way Brandon Bouchard set it up. There's also an app on your phone if you want to have the app on your phone. So like when you wake up in the morning, you click in the Growth Day app first, then you get your
That might be a
motivation.
good idea. I might do
Yeah, the
that.
same thing with Mind Valley and the Calm app.
Hmm.
Because I used to wake up and click on social
The
media
calm.
first,
Guilty.
and now I click on social media last. So I literally had
Gotcha.
to move a whole folder of apps that will be in the first page position, and I
Hmm.
moved my social media stuff to the second page position.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's very beneficial as well. But I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have a fit if I don't get some food. Where can people find you?
My YouTube channel first,
Okay.
like that's
Go ahead
because
still.
that is where I document my journey to financial peace and independence, and then I need to work on the 90-day, 5-year goal plan to exit ODSP, financial peace and independence, to be autonomous, that I was
Mm,
talking about my live stream last week.
not last.
And
Was it last
then
week? I guess technically last week. Yeah.
yeah, last week I was there 2 hours by myself.
Oh yes, 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 yes. But I joined the
Mhm.
other one. Dang, I thought I still have your info here. um. So yeah, Minnie on Cam. Just basically how she has her name there. It you can search for. Oh, there it is. Golly, jeez. All right, I knew it was somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna make a banner just for people that join. Um, connect with her that way, and also I want to see my emails that me get a coffee or something, please, Regins. Golly, it's hard out here for Cam, eh? Jeez, Cam with a K,
Not
I should
this
say.
Cam. This Cam's
I
doing
know that's why I
okay.
said Cam with a K. Cam with a K. But no, for real. Folks, it's all about the dollars, goals, and staying on track. I finally have. I think I have a budget that I will be consistent. I'm gonna be doing it. If I don't do it weekly, I'm gonna do it more than like throughout the week. I do have times when I'm just like, man, I don't feel like doing anything. Then I should. That's the time when I want to do my budget, right? Or when I'm on ChatGPT doing a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, make sure like this year, yo, we're halfway into this frigging decade. Dollar bills, yo, your goals, keeping
Oh
track and
yeah.
things. Mm-hmm.
See,
But
when I was 9 years old and I wrote all the years on a piece of paper, it seems so
yeah.
far away.
But nope. Reality's
And then
hitting us in the
now,
arse. Yeah.
oh, because 2030, I'm 45, and I still don't have my dream house. We have to work on
It
that.
soon come. It soon come. But hold on, there's one more comment in the chat. Exactly, and I have to do my planks. Wait, hold on. Did you do your planks yet? I think you did. Yes, you did your planks. So thank you for joining the plank thing. But yeah, make sure you like. Wait, sorry, I don't want to be rude. Do you want to say anything to the folks before we wrap up? Wrap up.
I mean, I've said some things out of emotional triggering of events.
You don't
They're out
say.
of love. They're out of the Caribbean love that we have for our people. They seem harsh, but
Which link?
this decade of my life, as I said on my last live stream, I want to be financially free and autonomous from the government. My door's
Why
knocking.
did you? Oh, because I was like, yo, why did you do that?
I may or may not be too loud. I don't know.
Shit, you almost scared me, fam.
Because it scared the shit out of me. That's why.
It's like a. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me go find that one because best believe. I don't want to.
but they're not
Yeah.
knocking again.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. Can I get into this? This is not show. Oh yeah, it's that one should work. That one should work. Um, whatchamacallit? Yes. Yeah. I mean, we're all emotional when it comes to things, but it's all good. Like, I understand.
Yeah, it
This
comes out of
able
love.
body understands. I'm not I'm not gonna promote what you said before. If you want this, then get disabled.
Like, it's just I've been through so much, and it's like, because people don't look at me like I have a disability, but you're not there for the medical appointment. You're not there for the review and neurological assessment and me being poked with pins all the
There's
time.
there's
And then, oh
hidden
yeah, I
disability.
have a lot of credit cards. I have to make investments. I have to buy groceries every week, make sure my
Mhm.
clothes are clean, buy soap. Like, those things don't stop for me just because I have a
Mhm.
disability. And then I'm meeting people with a disability that think they have to opt out of everything because of their disability, when no,
Mm-mm.
they're still your responsibility. The way that they're not taking responsibility for the stuff.
Mm.
And you saw my budget. I'm trying to take responsibility of everything and keep and
And
notes and records. And did I pay Capital One? Did I not pay Capital One? Did I call them on Friday to say, hey, your payment will be late on Monday? They said
oh, that's
they
another
cannot
one.
promise if they will report it as late payment or not. And I go, do I still keep paying you on time? And they said that's up to your discretion.
Damn.
That's what customer service told me. And I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna do the job that makes the income producing activity. Any
Mm.
money that comes in from that piece of it goes to a credit card. Hopefully everyone gets their payments on time. If there's late payments, they'll fall off my credit report in 6 years. But as long as I keep paying my payments on time, because paying the payments on time doesn't stop.
Mhm.
You like, whether it's pay the payments on time with the rent, the hydro, cell phone, everybody that expects their payment due on their due arrive before their due date is expecting their payments to arrive before their due date.
That's funny.
And then, oh yeah,
Everyone
there's a
knows
networking
those
event
are-
here, there's a social event here, there's a brunch over here, there's a gala over there. Like, if I want to go on a cruise vacation, I have to book the flight and then make sure I show up at the airport on time to catch the flight.
That would be ideal. That
So
would be
pretty much
ideal.
everything runs on being on time. And
True.
I'm
That's
not
that's
really
a point.
interested in the excuses of people looking for permission or credits or something. Like, no, it doesn't. But it does it work that way? You can't just walk in and give everyone a sob story why you can't do something. They don't care.
Some do. It's just that some people think like, oh, maybe they'll give me oblige, but that's not the case. But
No, but some people make it their career to have
oh,
that permission pass because of their limitations.
listen, that's another story. However, we're gonna stop this right now.
I know, I know.
Must
I
stop
could
it.
set off. I
So
set off a lot of topics. I do.
I'm first gonna say, oh, well, you can contact me, um,
You
through
need
this.
to make a way to. You need to use pretty links to make that shorter.
Oh, well, we had to meet up in person to
I have some.
actually.
Yeah, I have a lot of technology ideas in my head to make that link a little bit
I'm
shorter
not
for you.
tech savvy like this, you know. You already know this. You'll get what you get with me. So, if you want to
Or make a
join this
QR
journey,
code.
you're again. I have so many things I have to execute that I haven't yet. But for sure, the digital product is coming in the mix before, like Q Q1 is definitely going to be something. But yeah, folks, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and then also, ooh, what's this? What are you sending me?
I sent you pretty links, so you know what it is.
Oh shit! So I had to put it here before. Oh no, do this after. Yeah, sorry. So like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're halfway into this decade. Book an appointment with me so we can fight this strong, and also join the Discord. I definitely want The one thing I really want folks to do, especially after this week with I think it was a Fed talk, the market was going mayhem. So please, folks, you can start with $100 with your dividends portfolio. $100. Minosia can do that, okay? And I want to make Discord as fun as possible, but it won't be as fun as possible if you guys don't chat in the comments. But I am gonna make you guys videos. I'm gonna make that Discord. So my goal is to make Discord as fun and engaging
And I
as
don't want to
possible.
be the only one in the Discord sharing my results. We need other
Yeah,
people.
no. There's like sharing results and all that stuff. Like it has to be engaging. That's the
But
rule of
also,
this game.
future results does not dictate future results. Or past results don't dictate future results.
You're so. How are you gonna post that there? But yes. All right, folks.
No,
Peace
because when I
out.
mention, like,
Huh?
I talk fast. So when I mention pretty links,
Oh.
like, and I
No, but
put
you
in
guys.
the
Oh,
I
I
put in
didn't
the
put it in
comments
the
for
thing
everybody on the live to know what I'm talking about.
in the
Yeah.
replay. So thank you, folks, for joining another episode. You knew it was gonna be long because us two were gonna be here. Until
I am
next
a professional long live streamer. That is what I know how to do. So unless there's
buy me
somebody
a
keeping
coffee.
time, I don't know when to end and
I know. I'm surprised
until
Dr.
we're
Vibe.
hungry. That's just how that works.
Right. All right, folks. So also check on your strong friends because you don't know what they're going through. Even if you call them and they don't answer, send them a message because a message goes a very long way. Or a voice note.
Especially if you have a nanny in California.
Golly,
I
indeed.
mean, they may get that message at like 5 o'clock in the morning at your 8 a.m. in the morning, but at least they know you're thinking about them at 5 o'clock in the morning for them.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I'm going to text my friend right now. Shit.
See?
On that note, folks, peace out. Much love. Buy me a coffee. Ah.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution.